Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. This is Brunch Boxing. I'm your host, Matt. I'm here with the master of the walk and talk, the master of the sit and spit, the John Madden of boxing himself, EzRaw Boxing. What's going on, Ezra?
What's up, man? I'm good. I'm excited about the show.
And of course, moderating the show, we got the super producer. Don't call him the Mexican Joy Taylor. We got my guy, Huey P. What's going on, Huey?
What's good, Matt? Doing good. Getting ready to start the weekend. Excited to be back on the show after missing last week.
Now, I kind of feel like this is like a special edition of Brunch Boxing. We have no news and notes today, people. You know, we're going to do something separate for you guys with news and notes because today we wanted to do a full preview of the fourth quarter of boxing. A lot of boxing fans are very down on the boxing schedule right now. A lot of you guys are, oh, there's nothing coming up, nothing going on. Boxing is dragging right now. But to me, the fourth quarter is finishing with a bang. So we're here to tell you what's on the schedule. And not only that, we're going to pick the winners for each of these matchups. And also, this past week, Triple G, Steve Collins, and Vernon Forrest were announced as first-timers on the Modern Hall of Fame ballot for the class of 2026. Should they be in the Hall of Fame? Will they get in the Hall of Fame? We'll look at the entire ballot of people and tell you who should and shouldn't be in. All right? And also, coming up at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Time, we have WBC Super Featherweight Champion of the World, Shacky Foster, as he goes one-on-one with Stephen Fulton Jr. October 25th, MGM Grand Garden Arena, PBC pay-per-view on Prime. But first, he goes one-on-one with the guys at Brunch Boxing. Huey, kick it off.
All right. So like you said, we're going to be booking the territory here to start the day. We're giving the fourth quarter preview. So let's start. Who wins these fourth quarter matchups? We're going to start October 11th. We have Jaron Boots Ennis versus Usman Lima, along with Khalil Coe versus Jesse Hart.
Now, I know we just started the show. Hit that rumor report, Huey.
Right away out the gate.
And this is one of those unfortunate rumor reports because I'm hearing that there is a good chance that the co-feature Khalil Coe versus Jesse Hart is going to be off. For some reason, very recently, Khalil Coe was suspended by the New Jersey Athletic Commission. And it's very interesting because Khalil Coe has never fought for the New Jersey Athletic Commission, but he is from New Jersey. I'm hearing that there is a problem with his license. There's a chance that this issue does not get rectified by next week, so that fight may be pulled off of the card, unfortunately. But we do still have a banger in the main event with Jaron Boots Ennis versus Usman Lima. Ezra, put on your John Madden pencil, put on your thinking cap. You tell me, first of all, how does this fight go? Who wins the fight? And let's do something special. Let's give each fight a grade.
Okay, this fight's a D, and the only one grading it from not being an F is just Boots, right? Like Boots is a guy you kind of have to watch in boxing, right? He's a great talent. He could be on top of the pound for pound. He has like that kind of makeup of his talent, skill, and ability. And you think that there's a chance of being a mega star with him. You know, you've seen that he sold well in his hometown, but do you think there's a chance for like a casual audience to really fall and want to watch this guy's fights? I think he's going to destroy Lima. I know that I've heard things say Lima's a little tougher than you guys think. I seen Lima fight. He's not going to bring anything to Boots. Boots is going to be able to do what he wants in the fight. This is just Boots getting his feet wet at 154. I'm not sure Boots needed to get his feet wet at 154. I see the criticisms for it, but he got the standing on this fight. We were asking for a fight like that. He showed how the different class he was from Stanionis. He's going to get his feet wet at 154. I imagine going forward, there's a lot of more interesting fights he's going to take. So that's what I think this is. I think Boots is going to smoke him, though. I think Boots' stoppage is a really easy pick here.
Now, one thing I will caution people against that are picking Boots and thinking it's going to be an easy fight. Usman Lima is very good offensively. He's very good offensively. And we've seen Boots get touched a lot. So, maybe that might play a factor into things because we don't know how well Boots can take a shot at 154 pounds. But like you said, I'm expecting Boots to win this fight. I'm expecting him to win going away. I'm also taking Boots by stoppage. As for the co-feature, if it happens, I'm taking Khalil Cole.
Yeah, I would take Cole in that too. When's the last time Jesse Hart fought?
I
Besides
don't
being rumored
remember.
to fight Benavidez for
I
like the
got I
past 2
gotta be
years.
honest with you. I stopped following Jesse Hart fights after the Zerto Ramirez
I think I think Jesse Hart
saga.
stopped fighting after the Zerto Ramirez saga. But yeah,
And
like
this
I
is no
don't.
offense to Jesse Hart. Keep getting your money, homie. No offense to Jesse Hart. It's just, boxing moves on, and so do we. What's next,
Okay.
Huey?
All right. So next, also on October 11th, we have David Allen versus Arslanbek Makhmudov.
Okay. I gotta be honest, Matt. I love that fight. I gotta be
That's
honest.
an A. That's an A.
I love that fight. You know what it is? I don't think it means anything for the heavyweight division.
Yeah, who
I don't think
cares?
I don't think these are top talents. I don't think anything
Who
like that.
cares?
But
Who
matchup
cares?
guys, and damn it, it's a slobber knocker. Like we
It's
gotta admit,
meat.
slobber
It's
knocker.
meat. Listen, everyone knows I love the meat, man. And we got Dave Allen. He's not a technical boxer. He's going to be swinging for the fences. Arslanbek Makhmudov, he's going to be swinging for the fences and probably swinging for the back of your head. It's going to be a fucking slobber knocker. I'm here for it. But as it pertains to picking a winner, David Allen is on a hot streak, and the conventional wisdom says to go with David Allen, and he is the favorite in this fight. But I gotta tell you, I don't think that this fight is gonna go the way that people think it's gonna go. I think Arslanbek Makhmudov gets the stoppage victory over David Allen and sends
Wow.
David Allen into retirement.
Well, here's the thing: is that Arslack is basically Johnny Fisher in my mind, right? Like he's Johnny Fisher with a more intimidating look. I think Dave Allen could win that type of fight because he's gonna be able to he'll take the rock'em sock'em thing. He could take some, and he'll probably be able to outlast the cardio that Arslan has. Like if we get into like the 4th, 5th round, Arslan's gonna be out of it. Like he's gonna be huffing and puffing, and I think it's where Dave's gonna take this fight over. Early on, yeah, it's gonna be Dave goes down. It could be it could be he takes a lot of shots, but as the fight goes on, he's gonna be cool because Arslan's gonna fall off. His card is gonna fall off. So yeah, I'm thinking Allen, and I think there's a fight that I don't know if you'd be interested in, Matt, but I'd really be interested. And that's Allen versus Wilder. I actually think that's a really, really good matchup because Wilder is trying to get comfortable to fight a top guy. Allen's not a top guy, but he's a guy with some at least a little bit of a name notoriety. If he wins this fight, he'll be like on a little hot streak. And him versus Wilder is a good matchup. Like I'm okay with that fight. And if Wilder wins that, you give him a big one. But I think that's not bad matchmaking. So I think what's best for boxing is Dave Allen winning this fight and going to fight Wilder.
Hey, worry about your fight before you don't make it to your fight. Dave Allen's not making it to a Wilder fight. And listen, this is the first matchup that me and EzRaw are disagreeing on. We might want to keep score on this, Huey. Maybe you should make a note of our picks for each fight. We can have like a little scoreboard because I have a feeling with some of these matchups, me and EzRaw are going to disagree vehemently on some of these.
It's a good idea. I'll make sure to go back and listen through and keep track of that. So before we move on to the next date, we did have a question about the Guido fight on the Boots card. If you have any thoughts on that.
Not really.
Okay.
Go Guido.
All right. So moving on to October 18th, we have Danny Garcia's final showcase at the Barclays Center against Daniel Hernandez. Matt, we've had a lot of conversations about this fight and how it's going to go in the spaces recently. Well, what are you thinking?
Before we do that, I need you to hit my sound again. Rumor report. And this is, once again, some unfortunate news. I'm hearing that the co-feature that was supposed to be Ashton H2O Silv versus Richard Comey, I'm hearing that fight is also off. And we don't know what the co-feature is going to be on there. So,
any word why it's off? Who canceled which fighter?
I think this is a commission thing.
Oh, really?
I think someone did not get approved.
Oh, so it has to be Comey.
I think someone did not get approved. But I am also hearing that to replace that fight is going to be a meat fest, a heavyweight banger between Polish heavyweight star Damian Kaniba and Joey Dewechko. So
All right.
we'll see. But
All right.
as it pertains to the actual fight with Danny Garcia and Daniel Gonzalez, you know, a lot of people are telling me they think Daniel Gonzalez is going to win this fight. They think that Danny Garcia is too past it and that Gonzalez is maybe a little bit too good for wherever Danny Garcia is at. I'm not falling for that. Danny Garcia gets it done. I think it's going to be an easy 10-round unanimous decision victory. I was talking to a couple guys who I respect their opinion when it comes to handicapping fights. And they say, listen, Daniel Hernandez, I don't know why I call him Gonzalez. His name is Hernandez.
We're all
Daniel,
the same last name to
yeah,
you, huh?
it's crazy. Daniel Hernandez, he has shown consistently that he can't fight at this level. He has shown consistently that he can't fight at this level.
I have a
So,
question for you.
yes,
Now, Danny Garcia, right, is going to be he wants to be a promoter, right? He's going to continue promoting.
he is a promoter. Not wants to be. He is a promoter.
But I'm saying he's going to continue being a promoter after this, right? It's not just for his career. He's going to promote for other guys. Just the the wrestling in me, right? Shouldn't Danny Garcia sign a prospect and then have him go over on him that night so he has someone to build on? Shouldn't he be the name that gets a guy over?
That's not this guy. That's not this guy.
I know. Isn't this a mistake? Shouldn't he sign a guy and be like, I got the next guy?
No. Hold on, real quick. Are you under the impression?
I mean, that's not just me, right?
No. His last fight at Barclays. It's not his last fight.
Oh,
it's not his farewell to Brooklyn.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah. It's his farewell to Brooklyn. It's his farewell to Brooklyn.
Sorry, EzRaw. I thought I was clear about that when I introduced the fight, that it was his final fight at Barclays.
This is stupid. This is so dumb. What the hell are we doing? What the hell is this?
You thought this was the goodbye. You thought this was
I was
so
hoping,
long.
I was hoping this was over. I was hoping this whole charade was over. I don't get what's going on here. But what do you mean? So he's saying bye to Brooklyn. What do I have to watch? Is he going to go on a 50-state tour? I don't understand. What are we doing here?
Well, we might have to say goodbye to Philly afterward.
That's another thing. Why is he even saying bye to the Barclays? He's not even from there.
His career is from there.
Oh, Jesus. What is going on?
David Garcia has had like 10 fights at Barclays.
Bro, this is ridiculous. This is
like,
so
listen,
dumb.
Some people call Barclays the house that Danny built.
Maybe, but goodness gracious, this is so dumb. All right, well,
wasn't one of his fights like the highest grossing fight at Barclays for a while?
Yeah.
Is it against Keith?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. That's funny. I thought this was the end of his career. I didn't know this was the end of his career at Barclays. That's stupid. All right. Let's go to the next one.
All right. Did you both pick Garcia to win that fight, Ezra? I don't know if you gave your pick.
I've never seen another guy fight, but I'll say Garcia. I'm sure they're protecting him.
Okay. So next up on October 25th, and this is one on the calendar I think a lot of people are looking forward to, we have Sebastian Fundora versus Keith Thurman in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Hit my music again.
Oh.
Now, already announced on that card, you have Frank Martin versus Rancis Barthélemy on the free portion, the Amazon Prime portion that's free, even without an Amazon Prime subscription. I'm hearing that also on that portion of the show, we will have the return of Elijah Garcia. He will be returning to action after his bout with Terrell Gausha. Hopefully, he's getting back on the right track. So expect to see Elijah Garcia on that October 25th PBC pay-per-view on Prime Card, headlined by Sebastian Fundora versus Keith Thurman.
All right. I mean, like I said, Elijah, they had a lot of momentum, kind of getting a lot of hype. Got derailed a little bit, but we'll see where he goes from there. Thurman versus Fundora. I want more from Fundora. Like, I understand it from Thurman. From Thurman's side, I get it. Like, it's what I want a guy like him to do. I don't want him to waste the time fighting these old fights. Fight a guy that if you think you're a top guy, then fight a guy that. What are you reading? What are you reading? What's going on here? If you fight a guy that's a top guy to prove that you're a top guy, right? So I'm all right with that. I'm good with that. For Fundora, I want more. I want more. Again, it's a name, but is it like I don't know. You know, what does this really do for Fedora's career? Is Fedora a bigger name because of this fight? If he
Yes.
wins this fight,
Yes.
oh, and it's slightly, and I'm not sure that he's not that with Zayas. I'm not sure he's not a bigger name with Zayas. I'm not sure he's not a bigger name with a fight with Virgil. I'm not sure he's a bigger name with all these other guys that they have there. I mean, I think him and Assis Ramos is a good fight, but whatever. We're here. I don't think Keith Thurman is going to win this fight. Maybe there's avenues in which he can, right? He throws looping shots. He's springy, and you could catch Fundora with those shots. That is true. But can he take the damage that's coming towards him? I don't think he can. I don't think he could take the damage coming to him. I think this could be interesting 2 rounds, and then the shots just start to add up. And I think that Thurman sees the canvas a few times in this fight. I don't think Thurman's going to win this fight. I see what the logic could be there for him, but I don't think that's the same Keith Thurman, and I don't think he's taking the shots the same. That's the part that I think people like. When these guys get older and your body's not reacting the same, you're not be able to get in the shape that you were, you don't have your legs anymore, you can't take the shots as like you used to. You're not as durable as you were. I don't think he's as durable in this fight.
Well, this is another fight that we're going to have to make a note of because this fight is not going to go the way that EzRaw thinks is going to go. I have been describing this fight as a home invasion. Why is it a home invasion? Because Keith Thurman is coming straight through the front door, all right? He's coming through the front door. He's coming straight up the middle, straight right hands, uppercuts, straight up the middle. And I think Keith Thurman is going to beat Sebastian Fundora and become a 2-division champion. I think he's going to win by decision over Fundora, which is plus 900 last checks. So Keith Thurman is where it's at in this fight. And this fight is an A. I don't know why Ezra's complaining. He complains about everything. I love this matchup. I love Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman is one of them ones. And I think Keith Thurman is from the last generation of fighter, which I think are levels above this generation of fighter. And I think he's going to show levels. Whatever diminishing returns people are expecting to see, it's still not going to be enough for Fundora to beat him. I think Keith Thurman wins, and I think he wins clearly.
All right. Question I have, though, is this is interesting because you pick Keith Thurman by decision. So that means Keith Thurman would have to survive the onslaught. Like, to me, if I pick Keith Thurman to win, I'll probably pick him by stoppage, right? Because that means that he lands a big shot. But I don't think he wins a battle of nutrition. Like, he's not going to win survive all the onslaught coming onto him. To me, for 12 rounds, I don't see that. Right? I would say
home invasion.
Yeah, so I'm saying. So you're saying home invasion. To me, if you come to the front door, that means he catches Fundora with something. I think that's the avenue that I would think that he could win this fight. Is him still being springy, him still being able to jump in, and Fundora getting stuck in like that mid-range type thing with his height and his reach. Because Fundora's he's always going to be hittable. He's too long, right, for the weight class. That he can't move the arms fast enough or react fast enough at a certain distance. So that's where I would see the avenue for Thurman. But to say Thurman's going to outbox the whole time, no, I think eventually he'll get broken down.
We'll see. What's the next fight on this card, Huey?
Yeah, absolutely. So just so you know, comments are split. We got about half the people agreeing with Matt, half the people agreeing with EzRaw. And the thing is, both people on either side think the other side is crazy. So it's going to be a good fight. Next up on the card, we got O'Shaquie Foster versus Stephen Fulton.
I like that fight. That's the best fight in the card. Like I said, I think Fulton's going to win. Fulton has shown me to be at a certain level. I think O'Shaquie Foster's a very good fighter, but I'm not sure that the 130 pounds has been that strong of a division. I'm sorry, 126 pounds. Wait, what am I right?
130.
130, yeah, 130 pounds is not that been to me the most talented division. I think that when we get in there, I think that what O'Shaquie wants to do, I think Fulton is going to be better at, but we're going to see, right? But I think that's why it's an excellent matchup. It's two guys that are in their prime, two guys at the top of their game fighting each other. That's what you need more in boxing. That's what this fight delivers.
I'm going with Fulton. I think Fulton's just a different class of boxer than a lot of people in the sport. Believe it or not, to me, this is a matchup of 2 pound for pound guys.
Okay.
I just think that Fulton has shown more dimensions to his game. I think he's the fresher fighter. I think that his boxing IQ is a lot better than people think. And I think him having this third fight with Bozienis, now the cobwebs are shaking out. The cobwebs are shaking out. Now we're going to see what's what with Stephen Fulton. We're going to see what kind of fighter Stephen Fulton is going to be going forward. And I suspect it's going to be a damn good one.
I think so too.
All right. Next up on the card, we have Jesus Ramos versus Shane Mosley Jr. EzRaw, let's start with you on this one.
Look, Shane Mosley's deserved a fight, a real opportunity for a long time. And I think he's getting an opportunity to prove something, but I don't think he's that high level. I think Jesus Ramos is going to be too much for him. And I think if Jesus Ramos applies the pressure in this fight, I think that he could really kind of break down Shane Mosley Jr. Like I said, I'm happy to see Shane Mosley Jr. getting this fight. Happy to see him get this opportunity, but I think Jesus Ramos is going to be too much for him.
I'm thinking Jesus Ramos. I'm not really high on Shane Mosley Jr.
But I will say this, right? Shane Mosley Jr. is a guy that really loves boxing. He stays. I think a lot of people thought he'd probably be out of the sport by now, and he stood and he's gone on a run late in his career, and he's gotten the biggest wins later in his career. And I think that this is a good opportunity for him.
Oh, we lost Matt.
The weird thing is that we lost him, but I could still hear some kind of background noise. I think there was maybe, you know what? Might have been a Keith Thurman situation, straight to the front door, honestly. It might have been a Keith Thurman situation.
All right. Well, we'll wait for him to get back. EzRaw, next fight on the card here, we have Isaac Lucero versus Roberto Valenzuela. You have any thoughts on that card? Or that fight?
Isaac Lucero's a guy they're trying to build up. I've seen him fight. He's shown some ability, so I think he's someone to watch. He's a Samson guy. Like you said, he's a guy to watch. He showed some power. I don't know if he has the athletic ability to really go to like a really high level, but we've got to watch. You got to see these guys get built.
All right, and welcome back to the show, Matt. EzRaw gave his thoughts on Lucero Valenzuela. Are you picking Lucero to win that fight then, EzRaw? Was that your pick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's a pretty straightforward fight. Honestly, I'm a little disappointed that it's not Tony Harrison, but I think Tony Harrison didn't want to fight at the weight that they wanted it at, because remember, he just moved up to 160. I think this fight was going to be at 154. He didn't want to go back down to 154, which is understandable at his age and at this point in his career.
Right.
I forgot that was the rumor of that fight.
And then lastly, you mentioned it at the beginning of this segment here, Frank Martin versus Rancis Bartholomew. Who are you picking in that one?
Well, okay, just a question. And I complain about a lot of things, right? But why do we still need to see Rancis on the screen? I'm curious. I'm not ever saying like, hey, this guy shouldn't be able to earn money or whatever, right? But hasn't he earned enough of my screen time? Maybe not enough money, but enough of my screen time. I just say like, what Frank Martin, right? If you're in your career, I mean, at one point, right, you got to have some pride, right? And when they say, hey, we got Rancis for you, you're saying, no. Bring me someone at least. I'd rather fight a no-name. At least people can't say, hey, I've seen this guy lose a grip of times, right? Rancis, honestly, is like, he's so past it that he's like a guy relying on like one big looping shot to change the whole bout. And I've seen that for like 3 straight fights. Now I got to watch a fight Frank Martin. Why? Why do I have to do that? How is this good booking? I'm not to be critical, but how is this good matchmaking?
Not to be critical, but you got to be critical.
I just say it's like, what's the point? What's the point of me watching Rancis at this point? What does this do? Here's the thing. Oh, he's moving to a new weight class, or we're trying to get him right after a loss. It's like, hey, you either got it or you don't. That's really what the sport is. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's my biggest problem with the sport. Is the guys don't want to know what they are. It's either you got it or you don't. Do you have it or you don't? Fight a real guy. I like Frank Martin when he fought the Ali knockoff. That was, you know what, Michelle Rivera, I was good with that matchup. We all were. We were all excited. I was good with him when he fought Tank. Oh, man, we all had a little buzz for that one. Now, Rancis, it's like, hey, what are you doing with your career? It's a waste of time.
Are you done?
Yes.
We spent way too much time talking about this.
Well,
I'm
but it
going with
needs to
Frank
be
Martin.
it needs to be complained about. It needs to be complained about. Why am I
It
watching Rances? I
doesn't.
don't. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I
No,
am.
hold on, hold on, hold
I
on.
am.
Not every takeover match needs to be complained about. We know what this is. It's just I'm back. I'm getting some rust off. That's it. Move
What is
on.
he back?
That's all it is.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Are you back? With that, does Rances prove you're back? I don't understand. I don't get that. What do you mean I'm back? I don't. What does this do for me? What does it do for the buzz of him going forward? I don't give a damn. It might as well not even fight. Don't put this on TV. All right, go ahead.
All right. So next up, October 25th, we have Joseph Parker versus Fabio Wardley. Matt, we're heavyweights. We're going to start with you.
That's meat. That's meat right there, man. I'm taking Joseph Parker. Too much experience. Too much movement. Heavy hands also. Great boxing skill. I think this is a bit too much of a step up in class for Fabio Wardley. And I think Joseph Parker is going to outclass him and probably end up getting a stoppage.
Listen, Wardley was getting outboxed bad his last fight. I mean, it was clear as day, like he was going to lose that fight. But this guy, I'm telling you something about the power, something about the athleticism. He's always in a fight. He's never out of it. And I think that Joseph Parker is a good fighter. I think he's a good fighter and a good mix of boxing ability, speed, power. But I don't think he boxes as well as Justice Huey. I don't think he moves as good as Justice Huey. I think he'll be more hittable.
Nigga, what?
Let me tell you. Huey lacks great power. He lacks the thing that like will get him over the edge. But he was boxing well that fight. He's one of the better boxers in them as far as like ability to like turn angles, ability to get to certain spots quickly with their legs. Huey's one of the better guys that do it, right?
Bro,
Joseph Parker,
Justice Huey sucks.
Bro, I first of all, I disagree with you. Okay, listen, is he going to be a top guy? No, probably not. But there's
Never.
things that he can do.
No, don't say probably not. Never.
Here's the thing. This is like the same thing with the Karen and the boot situation, right? See, Karen has really good legs and really good footwork. But we won't give him the credit of that because, it is what it is, right? And he's never going to be a top guy? No. But there is things he can do in the ring a lot. Some guys cannot do. A lot of guys
Justice Huey is not good.
Okay. All right. We say
good.
it's not true. It's not true. Okay. It's not true. Everything he does in the ring, that's not true. If guys could do a lot of things he do in the ring, they'd be pretty damn good fighters.
Okay.
So Parker is gonna be there.
Not true, Governor Romney. Not true. It's just not true. Whatever, man.
But Parker is gonna be his.
Who are you taking?
Can I talk? I understand. Do we have a show to fill, or are we doing here? What is this? Is this a TikTok clip? I don't understand. Or can I talk? Can we do a 2-hour podcast like we usually do? Okay.
Okay.
All right. But I'm saying he is hittable. He might be up on the cards. He might be the thing, but Wardley's always going to be there, and he's always going to be able to touch him. He's going to land on Parker. Is Parker
I swear to God, if you end up taking Parker after all that shit you was talking, I'm gonna reach through the screen like Ghost Dad and choke you. Okay.
Parker's gonna be down in this fight. He's gonna hit.
Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win?
But he'll pull out a decision. It's gonna be a fight. It's gonna be a hell of a fight.
It's my
All right. Now I gotta take a call. Give me 5 seconds.
Oh my gosh. Huey.
Oh man, that didn't go how you thought it was gonna go, Matt.
Huey. Come on, man. Come on, man.
I thought he was picking Wardley.
Oh my god.
I 100% thought he was picking Wardley.
Oh my gosh. Well, what's the next fight up on the schedule?
Well, who are you picking in this one?
I'm taking Parker.
Okay. I missed it when I was typing out the rest of them. So the next fight we have here is Lanier Perro versus Jordan Thompson on November 1st.
That's a nothing fight. I'm taking.
We need your picks, and we need yours and Ezra picks for the tracking. So who are you taking to win this fight?
Perro.
All right, we'll get Ezra's pick on this one when he gets back.
Yeah. Jordan Thompson's not good.
Also on November 1st, Joshua Buatsi versus Zach Parker.
Now this is an interesting fight. Joshua Buatsi is coming off a loss to Callum Smith. Zach Parker, he is a quality operator. How much did this fight take out of Joshua Buatsi?
I like the odds on this fight. I can pull them up quick.
No. I like this fight a lot. I'm just thinking, you know what? I'm gonna go with Boaty. I think Callum Smith was just too big for him. I think Zach Parker would be a little bit easier of a matchup. I think Boaty pulls this one off.
The books agree with you. They have Buatsi as a minus 550 favorite on the money line.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I know this is one that you're looking forward to here. November 8th, Virgil Ortiz versus Erickson Lubin.
Oh my gosh. Listen, to me, along with Foster Fulton and Haney Norman, this is one of the best fights on the calendar. God damn. My head is like, first instinct to say take Virgil, you know? That's
Yep.
always my first take Virgil. But Erickson Lubin could throw them things. And we've seen Virgil hurt. They don't call him Hammer for nothing, you know? So, you know what? I'm not going to get too cute with this. I'm just going to go with Virgil. But I don't think that this is going to be a stoppage. I think it's going to go to full 12 rounds.
Our guy Bandalorian is picking Lubin for the upset. So
yeah, listen, I'm not mad at that pick. I'm not mad at that pick at all.
Give me the path to victory. Tell me how it happens if Lubin wins. Just break it down. I know it's simple, but just for people watching that might not be familiar, just how's it happen?
To me, Lubin's a better boxer, and he's more athletic. He can box and move all night on the outside and just make it an ugly fight like he did with Jesus Ramos. Remember, everyone thought Jesus Ramos was going to kill Lubin. Oh, Lubin's going to get stopped, blah, 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 blah. Lubin can outbox him. The problem with Lubin sometimes is that he tends to get dragged into a dogfight. He tends to get dragged into a war. That's what happened with him and Fundora. Fundora dragged him into a war. And I think that was his undoing. But Lubin is as tough as they come, man. And let's be honest, we've never seen Virgil Ortiz fight at the highest level of fighter. I don't think Madrimov is that good. And Bohachuk is what he is, you know? So are we sure that Virgil Ortiz is ready for this level of fighter? At the very least, we've seen Erickson Lubin at the highest level. Now, he did crash and burn a couple times, but he has been there. And there's something to be said for experience. So that to me, that's an interesting part of the fight. But my first instinct is just to say Virgil's going to win, but I think it's going to be a decision.
I'm ready.
Right, Ezra?
I'm ready. Do I need to make up some fights? Is there some fights I need to make up?
We do, but before we go back, let's give your thoughts on Ortiz versus Lubin.
I get like people talking themselves into this. I mean, at least like I understand like where they're coming from, right? But let me tell you something. Madrimov right now is better than Lubin is. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Like he is better than Lubin is.
Bro, Madrimov is not good.
Wait, hold on. Well, you know what I mean? The thing is that what we do is guys lose fights, so you just assume that they're not good, right? They're not good because they lost a fight. That's not the case, right? That's not the case. But let's do this right now. Lubin, you said Lubin's a better boxer than Virgil.
Yes.
Somewhat, right? Somewhat, right? I would say that. But he's not like worlds above him, right? He's not levels above him. He's not enough to be like, oh, well, Virgil's just going to be punching and missing all night. No, it's not going to be that. Okay, it's not going to be that. And athletic ability, I would lean Virgil. Like foot speed, hand speed, I'm leaning Virgil in that fight. I'm also leaning him on power. Now, the one thing is I think is a criticism that you could take for Virgil is he has not took punches well. Now, I don't know if you can hear my dog, but he's going crazy as hell right now. But he's not taking punches well. He has shown that. He has shown to be dropped in fights. He has shown to get hurt in fights. So there's a chance he walks into something here because Lubin can crack. And he gets rocked, right? And I think that there's a pathway to where if Lubin could catch him and is technical enough and could counter him, he could hurt him really bad. But I think that he's going to get broken down because he gets broken down in a lot of fights. The Fedor fight, the shot's going to be too much. He's going to push him against the ropes, and eventually he's going to get him out of there. I think that Lubin is skilled enough to be competitive in this fight, but the durability is the question, right? And I don't think he's good enough to avoid the offense all night. He's definitely not. I think the pressure will break him, and I think Virgil's going to get him out of there.
Okay, so we both got Virgil, just by different methods.
Yes.
Okay.
Which ones am I making up?
Lots of split opinions in the listener section right now as well between who's going to win this fight. So also on this card, before we go back, we have Floyd Schofield versus Jojo Diaz. EzRaw, you start us off on this one.
I mean, it's a stupid fight. It's a stupid fight. Jojo Diaz is way past it. Like, he had this
One
fight
thing
with
about EzRaw, he will complain.
No, it's a stupid fight. It's like, it's dumb. With the Schofield's momentum, and you put him in the Jojo Diaz fight, I mean, you're just putting him in there to knock out Jojo Diaz. You're hoping that is. And let me tell you something. It kind of lets me know what they think of Schofield, really. I mean, like I said, the Farmer fight was a good performance, but I think they knew that they had Farmer after 2 tough fights. He didn't look like he left the last fight healthy against Zepeda. And then Schofield catches him, right? But you're putting the train wheels back onto the JoJo fight. I mean, you're just looking for a highlight reel stoppage. And let me tell you something. This is a really tough spot to put fighters in. Is the only way you can look impressive is if you annihilate JoJo with a KO. And if you end up in a tough fight, well, damn, all your momentum's going to come crashing down, right? You cannot be in a tough fight with Jojo Diaz at this point, right? So I think it's dumb. I think you're riding momentum. You put him in there with a real live body. It don't have to be a guy, but it don't have to be a killer, but it don't have to be a guy that's completely past it. I think that's dumb. And I think I'm surprised that Golden Boy that.
For whatever reason, they couldn't make the Murataya fight, and now we see Murataya get ordered to fight Andy Cruz. We'll probably get to that on the next episode of Brunch Boxing. I think this is a nothing fight. I think Floyd Schofield should win easily. Jojo Diaz, he's done. He's done, and I think Floyd Schofield should clean him up pretty easily.
He should, and if he doesn't, stock. Let me show you what the stock's going to do. That's going down. If you don't know, that's stock right there.
Yeah, for those listening on Spotify, he's bringing his hand in a downward angle. All right, so EzRaw, we need your pick on 2 fights. Lanier Pero versus Jordan Thompson. Who are you picking?
Oh, Pero. Jordan Thompson was a thing for a little bit, but he's not a thing anymore.
He was never a thing, but okay.
He was kind of a thing.
All right, and then Buatsi versus Zach Parker.
Buatsi. Let me tell you something, and I was listening to Matt when he say this. Zach Parker, like, I understand, like, it's one of those things, like I said, Buatsi loses, he's not that good. It's like, no, Buatsi's better than Zach Parker. Like, he is. He's good at his shots are going to get there better. He's tighter with his offense. He's tighter with his defense. He's going to win this fight. All
right. And now perhaps the biggest event we have on the boxing calendar. Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis. And Matt, we have a guest here as well.
I don't know if Matt froze up. He's just looking at the camera and not moving.
I think Matt froze.
I didn't freeze up. I just saw I had a text message.
All right.
Okay. Right. Do we want to skip ahead here? Yes. Do you want to skip ahead to the special guest portion of the show?
Yeah, we could put it on pause. If we got a special guest, there's a special guest for a reason.
All right, go ahead and introduce our special guest for the day, Matt.
All right. Well, coming up on pay-per-view on Prime Video, live from the MGM Grand Garden Arena. The show is going to be headlined by Sebastian Fedora versus Keith Thurman. But in the co-feature, which could be a main event in and of itself, you have WBC Super Featherweight Champion O'Shaquie Foster defending his title against Cool Boy Steph Stephen Fulton Jr. in a matchup of 2 pound-for-pound stars. And joining us right now, the WBC Super Featherweight Champion himself, O'Shaquie Foster. What's going on, Shaq?
Hey, what's up, my guy? How you doing?
Hey, welcome to Brunch Boxing, man. First of all, how the hell are you, Shaq?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I'm grinding, feeling good.
Now we're getting closer to fight night. I know on a couple of the press conferences and some of the conference calls, you said that you have kind of felt disrespected in the build up to this fight. What's going on with that? Disrespected by who?
I just, a lot of fans, a lot of just the promotion for the fight, all that, when they announcing it, they announcing it Stephen Fulton versus Foster, stuff like that, just disrespecting the champion.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I get it. Listen, and I did announce you first this time. I did.
Yeah, yeah, nah, that was real. That was real.
Because listen, you are the champion going into this fight. You are one of the best guys in the world, and probably the best guy at 130 pounds. Obviously we're still waiting for unification and stuff, but you are the guy at 130 pounds. What does Stephen Fulton bring to the table in this fight that you're going to be looking out for?
um, Anything he bring inside the ring, we're gonna be ready for. We're gonna adjust for. But I think this fight is big enough, and he got the accolades to it's a great name for my resume. It's a great name to push me towards the pound for pound, just stuff like that.
Is he the? Would you think that he's the best guy that you fought to this day?
Um, I wouldn't say the best guy I fought to this date. I fought so many different styles, and I wouldn't know until I get in there with him. But I would say he's the most accomplished.
Oh yeah, definitely the most accomplished.
Yeah.
Now, in your last fight, you regained your belt against Robson Conceição. Very good fight. You felt like you were robbed the first time. Most fans did. I think EzRaw had you winning 12-0.
It was the worst robbery I've ever seen. It was the worst
I
robbery
think
I've ever
EzRa,
seen.
yeah, I think
I was
EzRa
like,
had you winning 12-0.
I was stunned. I was stunned when they announced that decision.
Yeah, that was
So,
crazy.
you got your belt back. What have you learned from? Obviously, you don't think that you lost the fight, but what have you learned from that defeat, and maybe not leaving it up to the judges, or making sure that the rounds are much more clearer in your favor?
For me, it was just don't get complacent. Don't finish strong. Always finish strong. Don't relax. Just always stay focused. You know what I mean. Don't ever go in looking for to make anything easy. You know what I mean. I wanted to make that first fight with Conceição easy, because I had a couple wars before then. So that's all I picked up, man. Is don't get complacent. Don't get stagnant. And keep working. You know what I mean.
Mentally, after that decision, right? Like, where are you at that point? Because you had a lot of momentum at that point, and it was kind of like a surprising result. Well, where were you at mentally, like, to as far as your career?
Um, it definitely was like you said. I was on I had a lot of momentum, and I felt like I was creeping in towards like the pound for pound and just stuff like that. So mentally, it kind of took me down a little bit. Like it didn't. I really didn't know which way like it was gonna go, but at the same time, like I knew where I was coming from. You know what I mean? I knew where I was coming from, and I know to be in this position, it's a blessing. So I try not to dwell too much on like the bads too much. You know what I mean? Like the I tried to use the good that because I was getting a lot of support, a lot of support from just family and from outside people. So I tried to use that as my motivation and not try to dwell on what went wrong.
Now, I'm curious that going into the training camp for that fight, for the rematch, I felt like you won clearly, obviously, the first fight, right? I'm sure you felt you won clearly that fight. I'll box him.
Yeah.
But what do you do game plan wise? Because you're like, okay, well, they robbed me, and I did that. I fought the way I wanted to fight. I did what I wanted to do, but they still robbed me. So game plan wise, what changed going into the rematch for that fight?
For me, it was the pick up the pace, pick up the output and everything. But I ended up getting injured a couple weeks before the fight, so it was like, all right, I'm just gonna outpunch this dude and do what I can do in there, and that's basically what I did. I outlanded him. I think I outthrew him a little bit, so I just came in to work a lot more.
Yeah. Just wanted
Yeah,
to make it. You just wanted to show that you were putting the offense on them instead of you saw that they weren't really rewarding your boxing in the first fight, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
right.
got you. I got you.
Now, Stephen Fulton, he has been talking his shit going into this fight. He did say that he was going to show you levels, and he think that he is levels above you, I guess, skill wise in the ring. What is it you're going to show Stephen Fulton on October 25th?
Did he sound dumb as hell? Sound dumb as hell. You get a split decision with Carlos Castro, and you saying I'm not on your level. Like that don't even make sense. I'm gonna show him though. It sound dumb, man. It sound dumb. But the thing is, when everybody see he ain't on my level, then I feel like people gonna understand that I got levels that's way above any of these guys. You know what I mean? Like, so we gonna see. It's funny though. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what kind of preparation have you had going into this fight? Like, if you could tell us, like who's been helping you in sparring, to prepare for a guy like Stephen Fulton. Maybe shout out some of your sparring partners.
Um, man, we got a couple sparring partners. One of the one of the little homies from around my area. Think his name Tavion or something like that. We got a little dude named Kanye. Well, I say little dude, he ain't little at all. And a guy from France, Axel. I think that's his first name, Axel. We got a few guys though, man, that came in and they they doing a great job.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Go ahead,
After this,
Ezra.
after this fight, if you win this fight, how long do you think you're staying at this weight class? Can you see yourself going to 135?
Yeah, I see myself going 35. Um, for sure to them upper weight classes is just waiting on the right opportunity.
Gotcha.
Now, listen. At least for me, I don't know if you've noticed, but for me, I've noticed that you've kind of been everywhere going into this fight. And I'm not kind of used to that for you. Like, I'm used to you being on social media and stuff like that. But I've seen you doing interviews here and there with like different platforms. Like, what's been like the difference in your, I guess, social side? And does like PBC have anything to do with that? Like maybe like, hey, let's get Oshaki over here. Let's get Oshaki over here because I feel like I've been seeing you everywhere, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. PBC doing a hell of a job with with the promotion for this fight for sure. They having every week, everywhere I turn is promotion, so it's great for sure.
Yeah, hey, listen, you co-feature on a pay-per-view, man.
Yeah.
What's that like? Because obviously you are one of those fighters who have literally got it through the mud, man. Nobody handed you shit coming up. You weren't the guy that everyone's like, oh, he's the next big star. We're gonna put all our forces behind him. You had to work your way up. You worked through Lou DiBella. Now you at top rank. You're doing a fight right now with PBC. What's been your journey like to get to this point in your career?
Man, it's been long. It's been long. It's been tough, but it's been sweet because it taught me so much. You know what I mean? I was able to meet so many different styles on the way to being a champion. Having to come in on the B side and didn't have real promoters and stuff like that. So it was fun to come in and just take that energy from everybody else and just show everybody that I'm here for a reason. So for me, that's it. Just showed me that I'm here for a reason. That's really what it is.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Now, you did mention that you felt disrespected somewhat by the fans. Let's talk about the fans of social media because you do have a lot of fans, but you also got a lot of people that talk shit. We know
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
How
yeah.
how do you as a fighter like navigate that and handle that? Do you focus more on the people talking shit? Because I do see you clapping back at people sometimes. Like you ain't
Yeah,
shy about clapping back.
yeah.
Like what's up with that?
I don't know. I like so a lot of people say they don't really be paying attention to the comments and all that. I do. I don't really it don't get to me in my heart or nothing. Like But when I want fuel, when I want to go harder, and I feel like people doubt me, I'm gonna go read them comments, and then it's gonna make me to go harder in the gym. That kind of stuff, you know what I mean? I've been used to it though, my whole life, man. So I just I just feed off that energy. Like,
Yeah.
all right, you say that, I'm gonna show y'all. You know what I mean? I ain't on no getting in my feelings or getting, feeling. Nah, I ain't on that. But yeah.
And one thing I will say, you do not tweet and delete. If you say it, you stand on it. So I do respect that about you.
Nah, for sure.
Now, you had a little, I don't want to say beef. I hate saying beef because, it's just fighters talking shit. But you did
Right.
have a little back and forth with Shakur Stevenson a few months ago. Obviously, you guys are not that far apart in weight. Is he
Yeah.
one of the guys that you're looking for forward to getting into the ring with for real this time?
Yeah, most definitely. I don't know what for real this time, man, but most definitely.
I mean, because
Yeah, no,
Nah,
to be
because
I caught that too. I caught that too.
no, no,
yeah,
no,
I
because
got
yeah,
that.
no,
I
no,
was
because
like, whoa,
I
what does
have
that
this
mean?
thing, right? No, no, no. Let me explain. I have this
yeah,
thing where people going back and forth on social media. Oh, I'll fight you. I'll do this. I just like troll it like, oh, it's a social media agreement. But when
yeah,
are they
yeah,
actually gonna fight in the ring? You know.
yeah,
So for
yeah.
me, I just look at it like when are they gonna put on the lever and throw the hands? Because that's what I'm looking to see.
Well, before he moved up to 35. He knew I was about to be his mandatory after the Robinson Casasio. He missed weight on purpose, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? So it could have been happened before the altercation that we had. But to answer your question, man, that's one of the fights that I'm looking forward to in the future. Like that's one of the most, like the most. You know what I mean? He like top two who I want to see in the future. Like, you know what I mean? So if it come across my table or anything like that, that's who we going to see. You know what I mean?
Now you say he's top two. Who else is in that top two? I gotta ask.
I mean, you always want to fight, the tanks, you know what I mean? Tank, test yourself against Tank. Yeah, so guys like that, you know what I mean? But he pushed himself to number one, number two. He really number one on my op list, you know what I mean? He number one on my op list. Tank is just more of like I would love that because I think he's a great talent. I feel like I'm a great
Hmm.
talent. I just think that'll be a big fight and a great talent fight. But Shakur, yeah, he top on my op list for sure. Number one. Yeah.
Now we've seen a lot of criticism against Tank when it comes to making like the Jake Paul fight. Like, do you look at it that way, or do you just look at it as, yo, that would be a stupid amount of money to turn down? Like, what's your thoughts on the whole Tank Jake Paul thing?
Man, shit. Get your money, bro. Like it ain't I ain't gonna lie. People can say what they want, but at the end of the day, bro, you gotta get the bag. Like you gotta get it. Like, you know what I mean? 100 mil, 50 mil, whatever it is, like it's rare that boxers even see that. You know what I mean? It's rare
Yeah.
that we even see that. We can go and be in the Hall of Fame and do all this kind of stuff and you know what I mean? And never see that kind of money. So I respect it, man. I ain't gonna feed your family. I ain't got nothing bad to say about that.
I'm curious.
Now,
What do you think? What do you think that's going to look like? That fight.
I think it's gonna be an easy boxing match for Tank.
That's what I'm
It
guessing.
don't it don't really matter about size. Y'all know when it come to this boxing stuff, it don't really matter about size and all that. Skills pay the bills, especially if you ain't been boxing since you was 8 years old. You just started when you was 20 something. Yeah, you ain't doing nothing with somebody that's been doing it. You know what I mean? Since a baby.
another guy that you had a little bit of back and forth with, he's kind of in the PBC fold right now, Lamont Rose Jr. What's the deal? Like, how did that even start? Like, how did you guys even get to going back and forth with each other?
I don't know. I guess when he won that title,
Hmm.
he just get the big head. Like they just beat everybody and just the most unstoppable people. I don't get it, but that's kind of how that started. You know what I mean? He beat Hector, and then he just started talking like he was just the big dog in the division, and it's like, bro, you ain't defended your title once. At the time, he hadn't defended it. You know what I mean? And it was
Uh-huh.
just that's where it went.
Now I remember, if well, correct me if I'm wrong. Weren't you guys like in talks to fight each other?
Yeah, he ducked. He right after I fought Nova.
Uh
Right
huh.
after I fought Nova, he was doing all that talking, and Ty Rank went to them and tried to make it happen. But buddy, you know what I mean? He ain't go for it. So they be doing all that capping on the internet, but behind the scenes they don't be wanting to fight for real.
So we're gonna add him to your app list. So we got Tank, we got Shakur, we got Lamont. Who else
Yeah.
would be on the Oshaki Foster app list? Like, nah, y'all gotta see me in this ring.
Shakur, yeah, Lamont, uh Ray Ford, uh and I just say Stephen Fulton, he the he leading the op list right now
He
because
the
he
main op
next.
right now.
Yeah, he the main op right now. So
There is a fight. There's a fight that I thought you were on collision course for. I thought Top Rank was going in that direction, and that's with Navarrete. Was that ever offered to you? Was that ever talked about? What happened with that fight?
we tried to make it happen. Us and Top Rank tried to make it happen, to be real. But Navarrete keeps saying no. He been saying no for the longest now. They kind of been trying to make it happen. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
okay. Yeah, because I thought that made a lot of sense. You guys were on the same side. The
Yeah.
unification, it made a lot of sense.
And I
You
was
know,
I was
go ahead. I'm
now I
sorry.
was about to say, and I was flown out to a couple, you know what I mean, of his fights to
Mhm.
for that, you know what I mean, but
Yeah.
they wasn't really, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so one of the guys who haven't been mentioned, one of the guys near and dear to my heart, that's my guy Albert Bell. It seems like he can't get a fight at 130. He can't get a fight at 135. Is he a guy that's like even on any of you guys' radar? Because obviously we know he's a great talent, but is he on you guys' radar as it pertains to actually getting in the ring and fighting?
I mean, he at 35 now, I think, I don't know, but
Yeah,
I mean, for me, being real, he wasn't on my radar as far as like where I seen my career going. Like he wasn't ever in my way. You get what I'm saying? To be on my radar. You know what I mean? I think he was a WBO at number one at WBO or something.
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, nah, he just never like he wasn't in the WBC number one number. You know what I mean? So like if it would have came down to that, I don't care who. You know what I mean? Come to number one. It don't matter who you is. I'm a defend my title and I'm gonna make sure I come out victorious. But he just never came across my path.
Now, how much longer, if you can tell us, are you with Top Rank? Because obviously we know Top Rank, they're not with ESPN no more. We're waiting for Top Rank to announce a TV deal. You are going to be on the PBC card. Could we see Oshaki Foster PBC marriage in the future, or is this just a one-off?
Nah, we still with top rank and everything right now. You
Okay.
know what I mean? Everything's still good right now. So that's where we at. You know what I
Have
mean?
they told you like, hey, don't worry about this TV deal. We got something in place. So nudge, nudge, wink, wink. We're good with this. This TV deal's coming.
Man, I would say, man, just gotta be patient and
All
wait on
right,
me,
all
man. You gotta
right.
be patient
Ezra's
and
always
wait
trying
on
to get people in trouble, man.
No, I'm just saying,
No,
listen, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. I'm just
listen,
serious. I'm just serious.
listen.
Nudge, nudge, wink,
Like,
wink.
hey, you gotta ask. You gotta
You
ask. I ain't
gotta ask.
slick
You know
with
what I mean? He
it.
could have broke something right
Listen,
now. We would have
you
been
guys
like,
got to
hey, look
understand,
here.
right? You guys got to understand. Oshaki was with Lou DiBella for years. He fought to basically get out that contract and get in a better situation. Now here with Top Rank, we don't want to see Oshaki Foster stuck somewhere that's not doing something to elevate his career, you know?
Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
Especially
Well, I
at this
think
stage. I mean, you fought too goddamn hard to get on a pay-per-view. We ain't trying to see you take no backward steps. You know what I mean?
Nah, facts. Nah, facts. Everything we gotta progress every time we step in the ring. Sure.
And that's that
Absolutely.
fight with Fulton. That's the best fight on that card. I know it's not the main event, but that's the best fight on the
Everybody
card.
keeps saying that, man. They
Yeah,
say we should be the main event, man.
honestly, I was
Hey,
saying that. Like
listen, y'all ain't gonna
everyone
get me
that's
in trouble with PBC.
everyone's talking about that fight, man. Everybody's talking about that fight. Everybody's split on it. Like that's the fight.
Nah, for sure. This the fight to be looking for, man. For sure.
How did that fight even get made though, man? Because it, like, for me, like, I knew about the fight in advance, but for a lot of people, it just seemed like it came out of nowhere. How the hell did you and Stephen Fulton even get the mindset like, hey, we're gonna fight each other next?
Really just I say, bro asked for this. He asked for this, and I seen the opportunity, and I'm like, he asked me for this, ask for me. You know what I mean? So it was like, all right, bet. It just made sense, you know what I mean? Like, all
Yeah.
right. Cause I wanted a big name. You know what I mean? I wanted a big name and to have, start pushing into them like bigger fights type thing. And, he presented himself, so it was just perfect.
Now, should you be successful against Stephen Fulton, which obviously you're confident you're gonna be, are you gonna look to unify next, or is it time to move to 135 and see what else is out there for you?
We just had to see what God got in plan, man. Well, I tried to unify, I try to do what I do, and I just learned to just go with the universe, man. So whatever next, if I get the opportunity to move up and fight a Shakur or somebody, that'll be great. If I gotta defend my title against Maxio and Magnesi, that's cool too. Whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever's the biggest opportunity come to me, I'm gonna grab it.
Now, what message do you have out there for your fans? That, because obviously, you got some ride or die fans on there, man, that
Yeah.
would argue to the death of you. What message do you have for your fans before you get out of here?
Hey, I love y'all, man. And we grinding, man. We gonna prove all them doubters wrong. Everybody y'all arguing with, we gonna make them cry October 25th. And just look for fireworks, man. We coming out to shock the world again.
Now, before you get out of here, what message do you have to your haters? I gotta end negatively. You gotta tell the haters about themselves, man. What message do you have to your haters?
Oh, to my haters, man, keep hating. I appreciate you. You feel me? If you don't got haters, you ain't doing something right. So you feel me? Keep hating, doing what you do. We gonna keep making you mad. You feel me?
Just make sure y'all tune in, though. Just make sure y'all
Yeah.
tune in.
Tune in October 25th. Every time, tune in. You can tune in to watch me win. You can tune in to hope I lose, but we gonna win every time and make you mad for
Hey,
sure.
man. Well, we wish you the best of luck in your matchup against Stephen Fulton. We're really looking forward to it, man. I'm happy you guys were able to make this fight, because this is a great fight. It's one of the best fights on the calendar. So I thank you for making that fight, and I thank you for joining us today, man.
Nah, man, I appreciate y'all having me.
Salute, man. That was WBC Super Featherweight Champion O'Shaquie Foster, October 25th, PBC pay-per-view on Prime, live from the MGM Grand Garden Arena. O'Shaquie Foster, Stephen Fulton. It's going down. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. I
I
can't.
wanted to ask him.
I gotta be honest with you. That got my juices flowing. I gotta be honest with you, man. I'm
Interesting
hyped
thing
right
to
now.
interesting thing to say after you just FaceTime another man. But I will say
Hey,
this:
you see that brick wall behind me? I can run through that
you
right
can run
now.
through it. You can run
I
through
can
it.
run through that right
I do
now.
want to ask him about the room he was in. It looked like I don't know if it was carpet on the ceiling. It was all gray. I don't know if it was carpet all the way around, fully wrapped. I wasn't sure what it was. I was really interested about that room. I do think that there should be a segment when we interview people that they explain the room they're in. Right? I do think that.
No. This is
That would have
not
been a
a
great
Martha
question.
Stewart Better Living. What are
Did
we
you
doing
think it
here?
was carpet? Like, what was that going on in the ceiling there? Was it carpet all the way around?
I
I
thought he was in
didn't
a
even
car.
bother looking.
It was what?
I thought he was in a vehicle.
No, it had a ceiling fan.
No, look like he was in a car.
What are you guys talking about? Am I tripping?
Maybe.
Bro, he was not in a car. They had the
I was
ceiling
also
fan.
like doing a bunch of other shit, like messaging people and
You should ask that
watching
damn question.
comments.
You
So
guys
you
thought he
might
was
have
in a
been paying
car.
more attention than me.
Okay, all right. Let's get back to the thing. That was
All
definitely
right,
a
so
silly.
we picking up on the fourth quarter preview here. Or we want to get into the rest of the show from the rundown.
Oh no, I was killing Matt. Let's keep it going to the fourth quarter.
All right.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Bro,
Shut the fuck
it was a
up.
lesson.
Before our special guest joined us here, and if you missed it, definitely go back and listen to that. We will clip that interview, so it'll be its own separate video on the channel and on the Spotify and Apple Podcasts for you to listen to. We left off at perhaps the biggest event on the boxing calendar of the year. Jake Paul versus Gervonta Tank Davis.
Listen, I don't know. You know, to say you know exactly what this is going to look like, who the hell knows what exactly like? How serious are they going to take this? Whatever, right? I think that like whatever Jake does, Tank's going to be able to nullify it. He's going to see it coming. He should be able to play with Jake Paul. Like he really should. And I know that they're wearing bigger gloves. Those shots it doesn't mean they're going to take all this power away. Like I've been sparring with 16 gloves and headgear and everything, and you still feel those shots. Someone hits hard, you still feel it. It still ramble. It still shakes you. I think Tank should smoke Jake Paul. I really do. I think that this, if he wants to, knock the critics off, right? If he wants the critics to shut up critics on this, and he beats down Jake Paul, no boxing fan and no casual fan is going to complain. I'm sorry. If he beats down Jake Paul.
Let me ask you a question. Both of us think that Tank should smoke Jake Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Why are so many people in boxing saying that Jake Paul's going to beat him because he's too big for Tank?
Because people don't know what the hell they're looking at.
Even Terrence Crawford said that too.
Yeah, no, but Terrence Crawford just hates Tank. Like that's something else. Like I think it's just dislike. That's just dislike, bro.
I've heard it from Chris Mannix. I've heard it from
Chris Mannix. Don't know what the hell they don't know what the hell they're looking at. I mean, Sergio Mora. I respect Sergio Mora. He knows what he's looking at. But I'm just saying though, these guys. I think these guys are kind of rooting that happens. I'll be honest with you. I think these guys are kind of rooting to what that happens. But nah, bro. Like I'm just telling you right now, if you put Mora in there, right, with a guy that was a guy that just started boxing, was a heavyweight, Mora's gonna be like, I beat him. Like there's no chance he's gonna do the thing. But everyone's just kind of rooting that this guy's too big and it's gonna be a joke, so they can criticize it. That's what they're rooting for, right? I get it, but there's no way.
So you're telling me that the picks against Tank is more wishful thinking.
It's wishful thinking. And even if they just play around like on another like exhibition, right? They could still mock it. Everything is just in the hope that they can mock this thing. That's fine. I'm okay with mocking this thing too. But I'm not stupid enough to say that Jake Paul's going to beat Tank in a fight. Okay, like there's just things that Tank's going to be able to read that Jake Paul can't hide. Like that's how this intricate this becomes, right? There's body movements that Jake Paul will never ever know how to hide. Because he started boxing so late and probably doesn't have the ability to ever do it, that Tank will be able to read very easily.
And he don't even know what those body movements are.
Exactly. He won't even be able to. He will not even know what the hell he's showing when he's showing it. That's just the honest truth. That's like these guys are so damn. I got in the ring with Ray Beltran before. I swear he was a Jedi. I could not touch him. We were right there in a phone booth. I couldn't touch him because he was seeing things that I wasn't seeing that I was showing him. It's a different level when these guys are at this level. With the thing, it just is. He's not going to touch him. But there's a chance that they don't take this fight seriously. There's a chance that Tank doesn't take this seriously, and there's a chance they just mess around and move around the ring for a few rounds, and it's a stupid fight. Then Tank deserves all the criticism. It's going to be everybody can be critical of it. It's nonsense. But that's where we're at. I got to take a call for 5 seconds. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So my thing is, and when he says 5 seconds, he really mean 5 minutes. But my thing is, does size matter? And I'm not talking about with your girlfriends or your wives. I'm talking about in the boxing ring. Does size matter? Because at some point, some people are just too big for you. Now, what level of skill do you have to be for the size to matter? We wouldn't take. Would you take Jake Paul to beat Terrence Crawford? No. Canelo Alvarez? No. Jao Bataya? No. Why would we take him to beat Tank Davis? But I'm telling you, to a man, so many people that I respect that I can't even put their names out there because they don't want their names out there. They don't want to upset some people. They are picking Jake Paul to beat Tank Davis. They think that Jake is just too big for him.
Well, here's
You
the thing.
know,
You said, at what point does the size matter, right? In a fight, when the skills equal, when the skills are at least comparable, right? Then the size matters. But the skills are not even comparable. That's what I'm telling you. Is like if Tank was, let's say Esau Cruz, right? Let's say Tank was Esau Cruz. Okay, then I'd be like, well, damn, he's probably gonna get hit by this guy. So we're really gonna have to see if he can withstand to get hit by a 195-pound man, right? Then that's something. But we're talking a guy that is like defensively aware, has great athleticism, great timing, great reflexes, bro. And the skill level so far wide. It's the size isn't gonna matter. That's the truth of it. That's what I'm saying. So when the skill's comparable, then that's what size really plays a factor. That's just the truth. That's the truth.
so why forget about people picking Jake Paul? Why are people upset at Jake Paul having this fight if we all agree he's going to get his ass kicked? Isn't that what we wanted to see?
What do you mean, Jake Paul? You're saying?
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of people are saying that this is a farce from Jake Paul's side because he's fighting somebody so small. It's almost as if they think Jake
No,
Paul's going to win, but we all agree Jake Paul's going to lose. So why are people mad at Jake Paul for taking this fight?
I don't know who the hell's mad at Jake Paul. I'm not mad at Jake Paul. I mean, I think I don't know. I'm not really all Christians going to Tank. I don't really think the Christians going to Jake Paul. I think that there's people that hate Jake Paul and they're just thinking like, look at Jake Paul. They're matching him up. They're not even hiding it. They're matching him up very selectively, right? They're trying to give him every advantage they possibly can. But that's what this gimmick is. I mean, that's what this gimmick is. I don't think that I'm not critical of Jake Paul for it. I get what this is. I'm critical of Tank because I feel like this is a waste of time and there's bigger fights out there and real stuff to do. I think that's the way I see it. I don't know. I don't see a lot of criticism for Jake Paul other than just people that just hate Jake Paul.
I guess I've seen it, but we got different algorithms.
Different algorithm, man. I don't really like
Let's
that.
Let's get to the next fight. We agree. We both taking Tank, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get to the next
Before
fight.
we move on to the next fight here, I do want to introduce another guest of the show today. Here we have sometimes co-host of the show, Bellini Award winner, host of the longest-running boxing podcast, The Boxing Source, Jay Beasy. How you doing today?
Unofficial member of Brunch Boxing.
I don't know about the whole co-host thing, but what's good, y'all?
What's going on, Jay Beasy?
Yeah, man. Just in the middle of watching what is this Michigan versus Wisconsin, man, and listening to Brunch Boxing, man. Y'all talk about this Tank versus Jake thing, man. I'm not sure about the whole criticism part. I mean, I kind of told someone else this. I was thinking for Jake Paul, this is like his plan B of sorts when it came to having a big fight against a well-known fighter, because we know that he was originally trying to go after Santos Alvarez Barragan, but couldn't secure that. So he's trying to see who would be the next best thing, and it was basically Tank. So that's what he went for.
Yeah. But I think he's going to get his ass kicked. That's why I don't understand why people are saying, oh, look at the size difference. How could they put on a fight with such size difference? What the fuck does the size difference matter when we all agree that Tank is going to whoop his ass?
Yeah.
Like, I just thought it doesn't make sense to me.
No, I get that.
Well,
but here's the thing, though. What if, right, I'm not saying this is possible, but we'll just say he lands a big right hand and knocks out Tank cold. Well, at that point, people are going to be like, well, who sanctioned this fight? Right? Then people will be really critical of how this fight was made and it was sanctioned. Like, you understand, they're sanctioning this fight at the belief, right? But they're sanctioning this fight at the belief that Jake Paul is not going to knock out Tank. That it's not even a possibility. That's why they're sanctioning the fight. So here's the thing. There is a major, major flaw to the thinking that they're sanctioning a fight because they think one outcome is impossible when it is technically possible in a fight. Do you understand that? That is ridiculous. When you're sanctioning a fight, you should be acceptable of all outcomes. They think that it's impossible for Jake Paul to knock out Tank. That's the only reason this fight's made. So if he does it, which it's a fight, it's possible, right, to happen. Well, then they would all say, why was this fight sanctioned?
Well,
that is insane. That is literally insane.
Well, a year ago, the Texas State Athletic Commission sanctioned a fight that probably many people thought shouldn't happen. And that involved Jake Paul against a Michael Gerard Tyson. So But at the end of the day, everyone knew what that was all about. Just like here with the Florida State Athletic Commission, they know what this is all about. So,
But we say you say they know what it's all about, but really they just got through without a terrible thing happening, right? That's really what it is. And I don't know if they know what it's all about. They just got through without a terrible thing happening. I mean, there were attempts early in that fight for Jake Paul to try to put Tyson to sleep. That he
yeah,
threw
but
right hands.
that was actually sanctioned as a fight, though. This one
Yeah,
is an exhibition.
Yeah, I get you. But even at that point, they were kind of thinking, I don't think this will happen. That's what I'm saying. But especially in this scenario, they're sanctioning this with and the logic of, I don't think this is possible to happen. When it's a fight, that anything's possible to happen. I just think that's very, very bizarre. Very, very bizarre. And if something does like that happen, it's gonna be a whole thing of people having to explain themselves why they sanctioned this fight, and we're gonna rethink all these exhibitions and all these commissions that'll just allow anything to happen as long as it makes money.
Well, I'll just quote Matt when I say, "We'll see."
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't know if we lost Matt. Huey, what we got next?
Yeah, no. So next fight on the card here, we have, excuse me, Gary Antoine Russell versus Andy Hirioka. Who wants to start on this one?
I'll start on that one. That's a good matchup. If you're not familiar with Hirioka, watch him fight. He's got skills. He's got abilities. Russell's one of the most exciting guys to watch in boxing right now. He's got a really aggressive style, but comes with skill, comes with athleticism. I think that's a good fight. I like that fight. I like that on the undercard. I wish that was the co-main. But it doesn't really matter. To me, that is the co-main. I think Russell's going to win that fight. I think that Russell does give you openings, but I don't think Hirioka is going to be able to really, really capitalize on those openings. And I think that Russell's power and his speed and his ability is going to be too much. He's putting this game together. He's slowly eliminating certain things that are bad for him, and he's just becoming a more well-rounded fighter. He's growing into it, and I think that after this matchup, I think people are pretty high on him right now, but they're going to be really high on him with how he looks, and I think that they're going to start talking about some big fights for him.
I got to tell you,
Yeah,
this is one of my favorite fights on the calendar also. I think this is going to be a banger. And when there's a banger, I'm going with the Russells. I'm going with Gary Antoine. I think he's going to bang Andy Hirioka out. I think that his boxing skill is too much for him. I think he's going to throw them hands, and he's going to overwhelm Hirioka. And I think Hirioka is going to get stopped in the middle rounds.
I don't think you're crazy.
Well, that might be a little bit too much banging for our taste there, Brother Matt. But yeah, this should be, the co-feature. I mean, I know that it's an MVP card, but it should still be the co-feature bout of the evening. We're gonna, that's probably gonna be one of the better super lightweight matchups that we're going to see, well, at least for this year. But you're going to see, how skilled Gary Antoine Russell is. I think that he really, took the loss to Alberto Pollo, like it was all on him. And ever since then, he's been working hard in the gym ever since. But, after his win against Raul Valenzuela, you're kind of like seeing that same type of hunger, but also you're seeing him being a little bit more vocal as far as like his presence, outside of the gym. So now you're going to see more and more people noticing him and what he does and, what he's able to do in the ring. And I think he's going to show that here against Andy Hirioka.
All right, so we did lose Matt for a second here. We'll wait. We'll keep the show going as we wait for him to get back. EzRaw, we'll go to November 15th. We have Chris Eubank Jr. versus Connor Ben. This is a rematch. I know you've had a lot of thoughts about this since we heard it get announced. Just go ahead and share your thoughts. Who you think is going to win? What are you thinking for this fight?
I just have one request, Huey. I don't know if this is hard to do. Can you just make me the single video on here?
Yeah, absolutely.
I just think that out of respect to me and out of respect to me supplying Matt with a phone that should work, we should eliminate this problem, right? We should eliminate this issue. I need the full screen here. The only way I could explain this fight is a movie, right, that worked, that no one expected to work, that was never written for a sequel, and them saying, you know what, let's just get some money out of it. Let's make a sequel. Blair Witch Project. That's my perfect example. Blair Witch Project was a phenomenon. People didn't expect it. It came out of nowhere. It was never seen of its kind. It was rare. It made so much money that they were like, you know what, we got to make a sequel. It was not written for a sequel. It didn't make any sense to be a sequel. It only worked the first time. And they were surprised it worked so well the first time. This fight worked well the first time. It's not going to work well the second time. It's not going to work well the second time. First of all, the weights don't even make sense. It's more down the road, so Eubank's going to have even a harder time making weight. It's dangerous for him. We got the best fight we're going to get. Now we're going to get a sloppy fest of this fight because Eubank is going to be drained beyond drained, which he was in the first fight. That's why it was a close fight. But he's going to be even worse this time. He's going to be even worse this time. And you're going to say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to get this. We're going to get the same thing we did last time." No, we didn't. No, we're not. They shouldn't happen. You lucked out. You had momentum for both guys. Everyone was happy after it. Everyone was like, "Yeah, let me see these guys fight someone else." And he said, "No, you couldn't be creative enough." So he said, "No, let's put them again with each other, and let's put the same weight thing on it." It doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense at all. It should never happen. It's Blair Witch number 2.
Yeah, it definitely should never happen. And it definitely shouldn't be happening again. It's unfortunate that it's happening again, especially with these weight constraints. And I don't understand how the British Boxing Board of Control can justify having this fight under these circumstances when they have been absolutely killing Chris Eubank Jr. for the way that he makes weight. I don't get it. But ultimately, I will be picking Chris Eubank Jr. to win again because I don't think Conor Benn is very good. I don't think Conor Benn can box. I think Chris Eubank Jr. is just better than him.
All right, and Matt, what do you think about Adam Azim versus Zaire Abdullayev on that same date?
I'm going to take Adam Azim. Not really much to say about that fight. I think the fight is kind of trash.
While we wait for Ezra to get back, you have any thoughts about that card, Eubank versus Ben or Azim versus Abdullayev?
Yeah, what Ezra said about the Blair Witch Project, that comparison is kind of like spot on for this. I don't think this particular fight needs a rematch. It's nothing to the point where there is there's something that could we could get from a result from either fighter on this. I don't understand like how you have Conor Benn still ranked at welterweight when he hasn't fought at welterweight for like over 2+ years. So, and it looks like he's just going to be going for fights where it's going to be a significant amount of money. So if he has this rematch and he ends up losing again, then he's just going to probably just go for another fight where he would get good money and not, have one where he could climb up the ranks in the division of wherever he's going to be at. And on the flip side with Chris Eubank Jr., it almost seems like the same thing because it doesn't look like he's willing to contend for a world championship and hasn't done so for at least 3 or so years. So it's almost like this fight is just if I count the IBO, then yeah, I would have to count the IBO because of who the IBO super welterweight champion is, and that particular fighter is going to be fighting next Saturday. So I guess I do count the IBO.
Yeah, that's funny.
Right?
That's funny.
But outside of that, like we really haven't seen much from Chris Eubank Jr. within the middleweight division is what he was supposedly competing at. So, I mean, I just feel like it's a wash.
All right. Next up, November 22nd on the calendar, David Benavidez versus Anthony Yard.
Woo-hoo!
Oh man, I think we might have to see if you can set up another interview, Huey. Yeah, I think it's about that time.
Yeah,
or at least now. So
I'm gonna switch JBZ. I'm gonna switch your audio real quick, just taking you off for a quick second. All right, we got everyone back now.
Unmute your mic, JBZ.
All right, now we back. Everyone's back. The crew is back. Welcome back. Like, what is it?
Ezra, we just got on to Benavidez versus Yard. Nobody's really given their thoughts. BZ was just getting started. BZ, you want to finish what you have to say on this fight, and then we can get Matt and Ezra's opinions?
Yeah, I was saying there for the producer to see if they could set up an interview, if they could if that is able to happen there. So you could contact the proper channels to see if y'all can get that done.
I think I might actually be seeing the proper channels next weekend, so I might have to ask about that.
All right, got it. Cool, for sure. But yeah, this is definitely a great fight to look forward to here. You got the WBC light heavyweight champion, you got David Benavidez there, taking on Anthony Yarde. I know that Anthony Yarde has been competitive in a lot of these fights that are, for world titles in the light heavyweight division, but, pretty much has fallen short. And for this one, I think it's another one where he's going to fall short. He's known to kind of run out of gas, so to speak, within the middle to late rounds, round 6 to 8. I see the same thing happening here, but the level of activity from Benavidez is going to overwhelm him to the point where it's going to get stopped within round 8 or 9. So I got David Benavidez getting the win.
He might not just fall short; he might fall flat in his face. Let me tell you something. The Yarde has been competitive in fights. I give you that, right? He's been competitive in some scraps. But the thing is with Benavidez is I think people are kind of incorrect about his style. I think he's more defensively aware than people give him credit for. I think he does things in there that make him harder to hit. I think he's more tactical than people give him credit for. I think he's going to smoke Yarde, and I don't think that he's going to be in any scary moments. I don't think that Yarde's going to land any big shots on him. I think that Benavidez is going to put a beat down on him. He's going to show a class, levels above him, and I think people are going to be really excited and be clamoring for a Benavidez Bobo fight after this fight, which I think they already are. But I think after this, they're going to be like, "Hey, there's no other way to go. This guy just destroyed Yarde, just made an example of him." That's what I think we're going to see for this fight. Also, I wanted to say, because I didn't get to pick I didn't really pick the winner of the Eubank fight. I don't think Eubank's going to make weight. I think he knows that there's so much money in this fight.
Who's going to win, though? So what? Who's going to win?
Well, can you hear what I'm saying? If he makes weight, I think he might lose the fight. I think he might get knocked out. I think he'd be so drained. I don't think he's going to make weight. I don't think, or at least he's not going to make the mandatory weigh-in after. I don't think he is. And I think he knows that they're too deep. There's so much money in it. And he says, I think he knows he has the advantage to do that they'll still make the fight. All right, go ahead.
Listen, a guy that I respect, that I have daily phone conversations with.
Daily?
He said that he thinks that this fight is not going to go the way that I think it's going to go. He's telling me that he thinks that Anthony Yarde is going to beat David Benavidez. My guy.
Whoa.
I got to tell you.
What? No.
Can you put a name to it?
No.
I will not put a name to it.
And it's the same as the people saying Jake Paul's going to beat Tank. It's the same as that. I'll tell you right now. I don't understand. He's not a David Benavidez hater. Well, I'm just going to say this. At what point, right, did we get to a point where we can't even put our picks for a fight out there? When has that been? Oh, this is some secret information. I can't even put a pick for a fight out there.
Because when you're in the business, there are certain relationships that should not get jeopardized over a fight pick.
There are relationships that shouldn't be jeopardized for putting things out in public.
Matt, we just had O'Shaquie Foster on, and in the same show, we both picked Fulton to win. What are you talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, what are you talking about?
Did you say that in the interview though?
No, of course not. We're not rude. But what I'm saying is, there's no Benavidez isn't here. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand the secret picks things. Like, listen, I got a pick that you might not you might not see coming, but don't let it out. What are you talking about? It's a pick to win a fight. It's a 50-50 shot. What are you talking about? All right, go ahead.
Well, personally, I think Benavidez is going to win. I think Benavidez is going to beat the hell out of him. I think Benavidez is going to stop him. I don't think that this fight is a contest.
No, it's not. It's I don't know. It's just stupid to me. Like I'll tell you this right now. If you don't put your name to a pick before it happens, don't come after the fight and be like, Matt knows. I told him. No. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Not?
No, I don't.
Why
know.
Not?
No. You don't get to come right here, right? You don't get to come and celebrate a thing that you weren't putting out with saying with your chest
on
camera, on his face or anything.
How you like my new background?
I like it. Is that why you disappeared for like 5 hours?
Man said 5 hours. Oh my
No,
god.
no. Actually, I disappeared. I was ordering a sandwich from Subway.
Subway?
Subway?
Yeah.
What'd you
Hold
get?
up. First of all, no free ads. But second, do better.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Right? You're in New York, right? In New York, I'm always hearing about like you could get a sub anywhere, you get a pizza slice anywhere and everything, and you went Subway. So that makes me think that you guys don't really got it like that.
No,
Whoa.
Here's the thing. I can get a better sandwich, but I won't be able to get the white chocolate macadamia cookies.
That's crazy.
But you made your choice for some
What did you get?
Undercooked cookies.
Yeah, what did you get? What sandwich did you get?
I got because everyone knows how I am. I got a 5-meat Italian sandwich.
Oh my god.
What are the meats?
See,
What are the meats?
why did you no, why did you even ask
Lots
them?
of meats.
What
meats
means
though?
to add everyone knows how I am?
Yeah, that's crazy. What meats did you get?
Pepperoni. I got it a salami. I got it a ham. Everything pork, by the way.
I've asked you to get off. How long have I been asking you to get off swine?
This is
How long have I
weeks.
been asking you to get off swine?
It's been like 10 days, Ezra.
I've been asking them as long as I can remember to get off swine.
I hope Lefty
Jesus.
isn't watching this.
All right. Brian Norman Jr. versus Devin Haney. Who we got?
Bro, I've been breaking down this fight.
Norman Jr.
Could you say that
Norman
again?
Jr.
Can you say that one more time, please?
Brian Norman Jr.
I'm telling you, I've been breaking down this fight. I like a lot of the things that Norman's done. I can't explain the change from one fight to another for Norman because he looked absolutely limited in early top rank fights. Like he did. He just looked like a guy that was hittable. He looked slow. He could look kind of stiff, honestly.
Ezra,
And then,
you could explain the changes.
I can't. Maybe you can. The hands?
You can, Ezra.
Did the hands heal?
Yes,
But
the
like-
hands. I
but-
told you.
But it's not even that, though. It's like some of like the way that his speed has gotten better. The way he was responding has gotten better. The movement.
Bro,
has
you
gotten
don't
more
think
fluid.
that your speed is gonna be diminished if you don't want to
No,
throw
no.
that shot with
No, but it's more just like the stiffness that he was at. He was kind of like just straight back. But now, like he's responding really quick. He's very fluid.
because he's very comfortable with his hands now, Ezra.
I'm with you. Now, the one thing though in the fight is that I do think that he's a little bit of a planted fighter. Okay, he's a little bit of a planted fighter. And I think that if you have the ability to move, you might be able to throw off his game. The only other problem I have with it, though, is Haney looked like a guy that doesn't have any confidence to take a punch. When he fought Jose Ramirez, he looked really scared in there. That's the only way I can explain it. He looks really panicked when Jose Ramirez would be in offensive range and throw offense. Jose Ramirez is past it. And now the Ramirez he fought was past it. He should have really schooled him and put a beating on him. You're not going to be able to do that with I'm blanking on name already.
Norman.
Line. There you go. Brian Norman, right? You're not gonna be able to do that with him. And he hits really hard and he's pretty precise. I think that Haney is gonna be in a lot of panic moments in this fight. And if he cannot feel confident enough in exchanging, I don't know how he wins even on the scorecards in this fight. He's gonna move. I know he's gonna move around. But if you're not willing to exchange, you're not willing to take chances, you might just lose like a 12-0 decision here. If not, if you do exchange, get caught and get knocked out. I got Norman in this fight. I think I'm all Norman on this fight. I don't think that we're seeing the same Haney. If we saw the Haney that fought Lomachenko, I'd probably lean him in this fight. But we're not. I don't think we're seeing that Haney anymore.
Nah. Hey Matt, what did you say about Joseph Parker that really had you not sold as him as a WBO champion formerly and currently? You said he's what?
He ain't no killer.
He ain't no killer. And Devin Haney, as skilled as some may say that he is with the fights that he's had, he ain't no killer. And you've seen it there against Jose Ramirez. You've seen it in different parts of the fight that he had against Ryan Garcia. In order for him to beat Brian Norman Jr., he has to be a killer. He has to be a killer. The boxing stuff, moving around the ring, all of that stuff, I don't feel like it's going to work. He's going to get caught, and when he gets caught, he's going to get hurt. Brian Norman Jr. for the win.
I don't think it's crazy, man.
I don't think it's crazy either. I'm picking Brian Norman in this fight. Moving down the card here, Jesse Bam Rodriguez versus Fernando Puma Martinez. EzRaw, looks like Matt might be frozen, so we'll start with you.
You know what's funny is that I can't tell if he's frozen or just be able to stand still. Here's the thing.
No, I'm not frozen.
I've been studying
I was
Bam.
being still. I was being still.
Okay, all right. I believe you. I've been studying Bam. I've been studying Junto. I've been studying Inoue. I've been studying them a lot lately. I think those guys are close weight and they're pound for pound, obviously level fighters. They're great talents. The great talents we have right now. Bam is special, man. Like he really is. He is. These guys are good as far as the guys in his weight class, but he's elite. He's able to. Who's the second on plus minus, Matt? Who's number 2 on plus minus right now? It's Bam Rodriguez. You know who's number 1? Shakur. That's the only guy in front of him. I'd say he's hitting more than he's getting touched. That's the only guy ahead of him who's one of the best defensive fighters we've ever seen in boxing. Is Shakur Stevenson. That's ahead of him. That's how skilled this guy is. He hits hard. He hits hard with the jab. Hits hard with the right. I like Puma, but he's not on this level. This is a different game. And Bam's elite, man. He's a chance to be a pound for pound number 1 in the future. That's where I'm at with that one.
Man, I don't know why. Just hearing you talk about Bam bores me to tears. Everything is Bam this, Bam that, Bam this, Bam that. When is Bam gonna fight his rival, Junto?
He's fighting a Puma. He's fighting a Puma.
Not his rival.
Come on, man.
Puma might be a little past it.
Puma's past it. Oh wow. The breaking news, people. Breaking news. Puma's past it.
Listen, he went life and death with Kazuto Yoka, who's also probably past it.
Who doesn't?
You know, Bam should win. I don't want to talk too much about this.
Of course he should. He's an elite fighter.
It's not as great as fight as people think it is, but Bam should win.
Elite fighter. Go ahead, JP.
Yeah, I agree. It's not a great fight. Bam should win. Actually, it should be, fairly. I would say fairly easy, but
here's the thing, though, right? Because you guys are kind of saying that like in a negative way, like it's not as good as the fight that we're making. But it's only not as good as this fight because Bam's elite.
No.
But here's the thing what happens. No. Here's the thing that what happens, right? Is when you get to a certain level, right, and you're that damn good, people start actually criticizing you on a curve. Because honestly, right, if it was anyone else fighting Puma and you beat him, you'd be like, damn, that's a damn good win, right? This guy might be the best guy in the weight class. But because Bam is so damn good, we're going to grade him on a curve now. If he beats the guy that's the other champ in the weight class, right? I mean, the number 2 guy in the weight class, it's like, it's what
no, I think
no.
That's just what happens.
It stems from. I would say it stems from, the criticism that, at least some of us have had of Bam Rodriguez not necessarily fighting his contemporaries around his weight class and moving around these different weight classes while these other guys have been taking care of business.
Is Sonny Edwards his contemporary?
See, and that's the thing. When the only name you can reach for is Sonny Edwards, then the resume is not as good as people think it is.
I got. What about Francisco Estrada?
No,
what about Cadras? What about Sorama side? Wait.
That's before.
Clean them out? Wait. But let me tell you the truth, though. Let's be honest, though. If he wasn't there to clean these guys out, they'd still be lingering around in the weight class as top guys. That's the truth of it. It took him to clear it out and say, hey, they're done. He made it so they were done. These guys were still skilled. Francisco Estrada is not easy work for anyone right now.
So Rung Basad was struggling in the fights in Thailand in 8-rounders.
Okay, so Rung Basad, whatever, I'll give you that. He smoked him.
Remember, his girlfriend broke his heart.
Who hasn't been there? Let's keep it going. That's what I'm just saying is that when you're at a certain level, people criticize you because they see you at a certain level. They want to see you with all these things. It's like, hey, he's smoking the top guys in the class.
I listen. I want to see him against Junto. It's not going to happen.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's
never going to happen.
It's going to happen. And you might see him against all these guys you love, and he might smoke them. I'll be honest with you.
It's never going to happen.
This dude is special.
No.
Oh, we might have to check the tape on that. Matt, did you pick Estrada to beat Bam?
He did pick Estrada to beat Bam.
It's never going to happen.
All right. Next fight we have here for the November 22nd date, Abdullah Mason versus Sam Noakes.
Now we got something here. Contemporaries fighting. Two young, strong, in their prime fighters, heavy hitters, going up against each other for their first world title. Abdullah Mason for the knockout. Let's go.
I'm all right with this fight. I have no criticism of this fight. I think that this is Abdullah Mason should be introducing himself to the world level here. He should be saying, I am a guy that can fight any of these guys in this weight class. And it's very exciting to get Abdullah Mason there because he has the ability to be real special. He should win this fight, and I hope he does it in devastating fashion because that would create a lot of excitement. He's got to show. This is a moment to show I'm that guy.
Oh, it's going to be his moment. It's going to be a moment for him to show that he's that guy, and it's going to be by a spectacular knockout. Like when the fight was announced, I heard from a couple of people that have been almost like having a residency in the UK that says that, ooh, Sam Noakes might get him, or he could get the win. I'm like, ain't no way that this dude is gonna be able to do anything with Abdullah Mason. Like Mason is going to pretty much overwhelm him with his speed and power. To be honest with you, I don't see how it could be close.
Okay. Lastly, on the card here for November 22nd, we have Artur Beterbiev versus Dion Nicholson.
This is like I don't like
this is the noise fight nobody asked for on this card.
If you heard that I couldn't even get a word out right now, I just made like a few noises in a row. That's because that's what I think of this fight. Like I don't understand why it's happening. I don't know why Beterbiev in his late 40s is staying in stay busy fights. I really don't get it. You have these two guys on the card, Beterbiev and Benavidez, and they should just match that up, right? But who knows with boxing, right? They want Beterbiev to get older before he fights another big fight. But it is what it is. He's gonna smoke this guy. He's gonna
what? Wait, hold on. What?
I'm sorry.
You said that they want Beterbiev to get older before he fights another big fight.
Apparently, right? Because that's the only thing that makes sense here, right? Why would they do that? Why not?
So why wouldn't Benavidez want to fight Beterbiev right away?
I'm not saying Benavidez. I'm saying what I'm putting out is that Beterbiev's team is mistakenly putting him in a stay busy fight and pushing a big fight that could happen down the road. Not saying Benavidez do it. Benavidez will fight him tomorrow. What are you talking about?
All right, well, make sure you clarify that.
Quit trying to create controversy.
Make sure you clarify that, because the way
there's no need to clarify. Everyone understood what I was saying. There's no need to clarify. Everybody got what I was saying. Now I'm saying though is that Beterbiev should fight Benavidez that night. That's what they should do. I thought they were gonna maybe pull the rug on us and do that, but they didn't. They're gonna make this fight and whatever. Benavidez gonna look good at it, and let's see what they do with him next. It's very interesting because you have the Bivol fight still there. People are gonna be clamoring for this Benavidez Bivol fight. Does Benavidez is he gonna get if Bivol and Benavidez happens? Well, Benavidez kind of still on the outside, then what do they do with him at that point, right? Well, where do you match him up at that point? So it's really interesting because he doesn't have a lot of time. If you're going to do a fight that's respectable, that's you got to do it now. So
I got to tell you, I know boxing very well. We know how the boxing gods are. This fight might not go the way you think it's going to go.
You know what? I don't hate that. This call right here, I don't hate that. He's getting older. It's a fight he's probably not the most motivated for.
Yeah.
Kind of sprung on him.
And one thing about Dion Nicholson, he can crack. He comes from the school of Deontay Wilder, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Bomb Squad. He is a Bomb Squad member. But ultimately, I'm taking Beterbiev.
What a setup! What a setup!
Yeah. I'm not crazy now.
I mean, I don't mind a quote unquote stay busy fight there, but being it's against Dion Nicholson, that not that many people are kind of like really excited about the fight, but hopefully this leads to something for Beterbiev down the line. And I think it will, lead to something for Beterbiev down the line, but I think it's going to be him versus Benavidez in another ring event next year.
And I don't hate it. I think
Because if they say, hey, we're gonna have Benavidez and Devin Haney in another event here early next year, then why not just go ahead and have that fight take place?
Yeah, I
Hey,
don't hate
I
it. Like I
gotta
said, if
say,
you're Benavidez and you get Bivol Bridgebiff, either way, it's a win in my book.
I don't like when they do that.
What do you?
Oh yeah, you mean
why?
announcing cards or things way ahead?
This is the
Yeah, I
this
don't like
take.
that.
This take right here pisses me off. It pisses me off. First of all, people always complain about boxing. Oh, we don't have a schedule. We don't know what's happening. Then they say, hey, you know what? If this happens, this is going to happen. And people say, oh, well, they're looking past their opponent. Win your fight. That's all you have to do. Win your fight or lose your fight. That's it. It doesn't change anything. It's not wrestling where they're putting a poster up so you know who's going to win. It's still a fight. Like, I don't get it.
Oh, you mean like how they had Caleb Plant versus
yeah, Charlo.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, did that happen? Are we getting that? No, because someone stepped in and said, no, I'm not letting that happen. It's just like ridiculous. What are we complaining about? Bro, they're putting Haney in this card. I don't think Haney's winning.
Hold on. Here's the thing, Ezra. I don't think Benavidez is getting Beterbiev next.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. They just said, hey, we're putting a card next. They didn't say it's Beterbiev. They said we're going to put a Benavidez.
I don't think he's getting a Beterbiev next because here's the thing, right?
Fine. Then I'll complain at that point.
You think Beterbiev is going to fight November and then February? I doubt it.
This is a stay busy fight, so maybe. Basically, a sparring session that they're filming. All right, let's keep it rolling.
All right, so up next we have on November 24th, Tenshin Nasukawa versus Takuma Inoue.
Bro,
arigato.
Let's go,
Tenshin.
It's such a great matchmaking.
Yeah,
it's great matchmaking. It does a lot of things. It tells a story. It brings tension along at a pretty quick rate against a guy that you assume is beatable, but it's also still a guy that's champion. It's Inoue's brother. Builds that storyline. Tenshin is a really big name. He's going to be a mega star. He wins this fight. There's some mega fights they can make. I just love everything about this. This is promoting at a high level. This is what you do as a promoter. This is high level stuff. And I'm gonna take Tenshin.
And I love that Tenshin is in his own main event.
Yep.
Because that means we got Tenshin, we got Naoya, and we got Junto.
Mm-hmm.
That is great for Japanese boxing.
Yes, I agree. You got the other
Tenshin.
Man, sometime back, when there were like initial talks about potentially having Naoya Inoue versus Junto Nakatani, I was saying, man, I know that would be great, for Japanese boxing, but I said, hear me out. What if you would have had a fight with Naoya Inoue and Tenshin Nasukawa there in Japan? That would have been crazy. You know what I mean? But I just don't think that it's going to happen, anytime soon. I think because you're going to have Junto there ahead, and I think after that, if Inoue gets that win, then he's going to finally move up to 126. So I didn't think that fight was going to happen. But yeah, Tenshin is like that next superstar there for Japan in boxing, and him getting his brother, that's a good second prize or alternate prize for him.
We got a couple more dates left on the calendar for the year. December 6th, Lamont Roach Jr. versus Isak Pitbull Cruz, along with Landy Lara versus Janibek Alimkanuli.
Oh, man, you know that last name, Huey. I couldn't even say that bad boy. Let me tell you something right now. I love that card. I love it. I love it. What are they charging? Whatever the pay-per-view price up is not enough. I pay more. I'll just tell you that right now. If they want to charge me specifically more, I'll pay it. First of all, Roach is, I get it. Roach isn't the biggest name, whatever. Man, he's fighting like a fighter, though, man. He's going up. He fought Tank. Now he's going up to fight Isak Cruz. He said they had a fight for him. They said, this is the thing. He said, nah, that's not, I want something a little bit more. They said, okay, Isak Cruz, we got to move up. He said, no problem. This dude right here, this is a man right here. This is a man that wants to accomplish what he can accomplish in boxing. I give all respect to that. I love that matchup. I think that Isak Cruz he's gonna get outboxed in that fight. I really do. I think he's gonna get outboxed. He'll have moments, but I think he's gonna get outboxed. I think the Roach is gonna ride that momentum, and he's gonna set himself up for a really big fight. He's gonna set himself up for a really good spot with a win over Esau Cruz. I don't think he's gonna stay at 140. I think that'd be, I think that maybe there's a weight class too much, but with the right matchup, he could do it. But I think that he go back 135. There's a Shakur fight. There's just matchups that he can make. If Tank wants to get back to serious boxing, that rematch is even bigger if he beats Cruz. Janibek, I've said it for years now.
Whoa! Can I wait? Whoa! Can I get my take in on the fight?
All right. I'll leave a little bit of meat on the bone, if you know what I mean.
Oh
Jesus
my God!
Christ.
Whoa!
To me, that fight, mark it down, Huey. Another fight that's not going to go the way you think it's going to go.
How do people think it's going to go?
You think Lamar Roach is going to win. I think Pitbull Cruz is going to win. And I think Pitbull Cruz is going to beat him up.
All right.
Yeah, I said it.
All right.
Add that shit up. 9 5 plus 4 pennies.
All right.
Y'all go ahead.
BZ, you got anything to add on this fight before we let Ezra talk about Janibek?
No, you let him go ahead and talk about Janibek.
Tell you right now, I've been saying for years, and I was mocked because you got to understand is that the people, the Ez wrong or Ez is wrong and stuff. It's not. And the thing is, I just let it go right most of the time because I know that I'm just talking over a lot of people's heads, and it's fine. It's like, well, you can't. I can only lead you to water. I can't make you drink. You know what I mean? It's that type of thing. I told you guys Janibek was the best middleweight, right? I said this guy's the best middleweight. Just needs to prove it. I didn't know it was going to take years of people ducking and dodging him to get to that situation. But we're finally here, a guy stepping in. And this isn't the guy, right? It's not Adames. Where, I'll tell you right now, who looks crazy right now is Adames. He looks absolutely insane. First of all, he wouldn't fight Janibek, right? When it was probably the most money offered to him because he wasn't going to fight in Saudi, right? I'm not going to fight him in Saudi. That's ridiculous, right? I'm not going to do that. Okay, so I'm like, you're not really in that position to do that. But whatever, right? Respect to you. You don't want to go to Saudi, respect to you. But Janibek is fighting on a PBC card. Janibek's fighting in the States. And Adames is still not across him in the ring. Now, I'm sorry. Who's to blame for this fight not happening? It's taking a 40-year-old man to step in the ring. Because really, I'll be honest with you with this fight with Laura. I don't get it. I don't get how this is the payoff for where Laura's at. I think Laura could have got a name moving up from 154 and could have fought him in a fight where he could have sold on another guy's bigger name with a bigger payday. I think it could have been a main event. This is a tough fight for Laura, man. I think he's going to take a beating in this fight. I don't think he can. I don't think that he belongs in the ring with Janibek right now. I tell you, Janibek is a really, really good fighter. He is. He's a really good fighter. Before this Crawford thing happened, I even thought Janibek going up to 168 and fighting Canelo. I was like, I don't know if Canelo wants that right now. This dude is going to put a beating on Laura. And I don't know where, maybe there's a Adames fight happening that I don't know about. Maybe this is a sign. Maybe we should read the things here of what's going on. And maybe they're going to announce a big Adames fight. Well, that's why this isn't happening. I don't know. But I'm just telling you right now, this man's going to walk out with 3 belts. There's only one other man that has the belt. If he fights his Mando, I'm not sure he even leaves with that belt. But there's no excuses anymore for Adames. And it doesn't have to be after this fight. At this point, there's no more excuses. Janibek's the best middleweight in the world. He's going to prove it that night. And then we're going to see where Adames is at that point. Because it might not even be him that Janibek fights for undisputed. It really might not. Go ahead, Matt.
Let me ask you a question, Ezra.
I got an answer.
Who have I told you that is the best middleweight in the world?
You said Laura.
Oh, yeah. Left, right, good night. This fight's not going to go the way Ezra thinks it's going to go. I think Erislandy Lara is going to punch on Janibek Alim Kanuli. He's going to discipline him with that straight left hand. And I think Lara is going to stop him.
Foolish. But you know what? Forgive him, Lord, because he knows not what he says. That's what I say to that.
To quote the former famous guy, Dr. Umar Abdullah Johnson. Ooh. Yeah, I think as Matt says, this fight is not gonna go the way you think it's going to go. Now, EzRaw, I do agree with you that Carlos Adames blew this one.
Oh, yeah.
They had the opportunity. They negotiated. They had it to where he wouldn't have had to face the mandatory challenger because that guy, whatever his name is, I don't want to pronounce it or butcher it.
Nursultanov.
Oh yeah, Miriam Nursultanov. There we go. Yep. And he and Janabek have what, the same manager or promoter or whatever it is, right? So they could have worked out something. Yeah, it's Climate. They could have worked out something, but no, they didn't work out anything. And now you were going to end up having the WBA champion there, Arslan Lara, getting the fight with Janabek Alamhana. And Arslan Lara is going to get this win, and he's going to make Janabek look really, really bad.
Oh, you guys, I'm sorry, no, you guys are out of your mind. But I will say this about Aegis Climax. He was actually, I watched the movie Smashing Machine last night, and he's in it. I will say that. So just to put all that together. But I'll tell you this right now, you guys are out of your mind. Janabek is going to put a beating on Lara. Lara doesn't have any legs anymore. I get that he's a sniper now. That's fine when you're fighting Danny Garcia. That's fine when you're fighting what's his name? I don't want to be offensive. Cornflake. Yeah, I was gonna come up with a few other things I think would have got us canceled. But if you're fighting Cornflake,
wow.
But bro, it's not Janabek. I'm sorry, it's not Janabek. This dude, he hits hard. He's got good timing. He's got his legs. He's a big guy. He's gonna push Lara back. Like Lara doesn't have his legs already. Now we're gonna see his legs get turned off. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna see him get removed. They already doesn't have his legs. We're gonna see him get removed. I'm just telling you right now. Let's go to the next one.
All right. Last card of the year, we have on December 27th, Naoya Inoue versus Alan Picasso headlining.
I don't have anything positive to say about this card. I got to be honest with you. Listen, Inoue just smoked MJ.
Well, hold on, Ezra. Before you go, you said card or this fight?
Well, the fight, but the card in general.
Okay, so let's just go through the three fights that we have listed for the card here. So Naoya Inoue versus Alan Picasso at the top of it. Junto Nakatani versus Sebastian Hernandez, and then Wibaldo Perez versus Kenshiro Taraji. So we'll just talk about all of those together and then give your picks.
I'm not excited for any of these matchups. I thought Junto was going to be the more exciting matchup. In a way, the Picasso thing, like, it's just whatever. It's just whatever. Like, it's nothing. It's hard to be critical. In a way, he just fought MJ and smoked him, right? Like, it wasn't even close, right? He just shows things. And I know they're setting up the Junto fight. I get it. And he's fighting. He's pretty damn active. So, like I said, it's hard to be critical of Inoue. I'm not being critical of Inoue, but it's just the card doesn't excite me. Picasso really has no shot in that fight. Maybe people try to talk you into it, but he doesn't. He goes straight forward. He's a guy that's going to walk right into Inoue shots. Like, it's just not going to happen. The best you can hope is that Inoue gets overly confident and loses an exchange, but this guy doesn't even have that, to me, that ability to do that. He looked terrible his last fight. He did. He did not look like a guy that's going to be competitive with one of the best fighters, maybe the best fighter in the world, one of the best fighters in the world, right? Like a guy in that conversation. Junto, I was hoping for a Cardenas fight. We didn't get that. Like I said, it just nothing about it really, really excites me. It's just I know they have to put an event at this time, but it is what it is.
Well, Cardenas is probably going to be fighting in Texas against Lamar. Not Lamar. Oh my God, Gary Antonio Russell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Should we hit the roll report? Is there sound needed, or is that all right?
No,
sound
we put that out there before.
Okay, all right.
And then, Ezra, who was your pick for the last fight? The Perez versus Taraji?
I think I picked Taraji.
Okay. Matt, you have anything to add on these fights? Or you just want to give your picks on who you think is going to win each one? I'm assuming you have Inoue and Junto, and then...
I got Inoue, I got Junto, and I got Willie Baldo beating Taraji.
Wow.
All right.
Mm.
BZ, you want to add anything on this card?
Only thing I have about this card is I'm just not happy that it's not in Japan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know what? 100, great point, JBZ. The only excitement you would get from this would be it's like some massive event, right? You're going to go, the whole crowd's going to be there and everything like that. They took even that away. I don't know what this is. It's a house show. I got to be honest with you, if we're going to be honest with you.
I mean, it's not necessarily Well, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a house show because I mean, a lot of times you have a number of squash matches in a house show, but you kind of like expect
Hey, JBZ, I
the
think we got 3.
yeah, but we expect at least around that time of the year before the end of the calendar year that we have like an event in Japan. They do it every single year, and now you basically take that away from Japan, so it's like why? But
No, they don't. No, they
oh
don't.
well.
That's still
But wait,
happening.
oh well.
Hit my music.
But hey,
Hit my music.
I forgot. He's doing the Harlem Shake right now, and he's not on camera.
Word on the street: Antonio Vargas versus Seiya Tsutsumi in Japan for that belt that Tsutsumi had to let go. That's going to be happening. That's going to close out the year in Japan. And don't be surprised if you see Nonito Done on that card.
Right.
Isn't he a world champion or something like that? Yeah, he got some type of belt.
All right.
And then before we move on to the next segment where EzRaw will get your parlay for the weekend, starting off January 2026, we have Subriel Matias versus Dalton Smith. What are your thoughts and pick for that fight?
Subriel Matias versus Dalton Smith, which is going to be in the States and probably be under a ring promotion.
It won't. It won't.
But okay.
Oh God.
But whatever. You know, I nailed another pick. You know what I mean? But listen, Dalton Smith's good. He's a good fighter. But I think that Subriel Matias will kind of expose the problems he has. I think that he'll have some opportunities where he lands some good shots. Might even rock Matias, but I do think Matias will be too much for him eventually. I think eventually that it'll be too much. That style is kind of hard, and what Dalton Smith wants to do, sit back, catch you and stuff like that, it's good, but you better be pretty damn sharp with it, and he better not be able to avoid a lot of the offense, and I don't think he will. I think over time Matias will get to him.
Matt, anything to add in your pick?
Matias.
All right. So now that we have gone through the fourth quarter schedule, we will put out a graphic with these fights and EzRaw and Matt's picks so we can kind of keep track of that, and we'll monitor it and update you all as these fights occur throughout the rest of the year. Moving on, EzRaw, what's your raw hard cash for this weekend?
I'm gonna be honest with you, 100% honest with you. Could be transparent as possible. I'm figuring it out right now. I got to be honest with you, but I did hit last week, right? I did hit last week. That was great. I felt amazing. Already came up with it. Trying to think if I add one more just for a little bit more value, but no, I'm already good. I'm already good. Let's get this right now. Three leg parlay, all NFL picks. I got to tell you right now, boxing is really letting me down every weekend. It's letting me down. Oh, you know what? Let's leave it like that. Football. Let's go with the New York Giants money line. The dart infusion, the energy this guy's bringing, the it factor. I think it's going to play good against New Orleans Saints. Detroit Lions over Cincinnati Bengals. I think that's a get-me game. And the Buffalo Bills over the Patriots. And all that is plus 196. You're welcome. Giants.
Only one
Lions,
bill or the whole
Bills.
team?
Plus 196. Make 2 bills and bet that parlay.
It puts the lotion in the bucket or it gets the hose.
Matt, you got a bet for anyone this weekend?
Nope.
All right. Well, then we're going to close out the show here. Again, another Booking the Territory segment, but this time we're going to look at the International Boxing Hall of Fame. We saw Triple G, Gennady Golovkin, headline the first timers on the 2026 International Boxing Hall of Fame ballot alongside Steve Collins and Vernon Forrest. I have a whole list of fighters here that I can go through, but if you want me to, I will. But who should make the Hall of Fame and who will make the Hall of Fame? Matt, we'll start with you.
We'll start with the first timers. None of them should make the Hall of Fame.
Triple G, no?
You know what? Don't get me started. Please don't get me started.
I'm with you. Like if I ran my own Hall of Fame, Triple G would not be a Hall of Famer. I'm with you on that. I'm with you.
He would not be
Very good,
listen.
very good fighter. Didn't get the wins he needed. to put him in that thing. He did. He came up short. And, you know, he beats Canelo. He's in there. He's in there. He came up short.
What was
He's
it,
gonna
Matt?
get in,
What did you say, Matt,
he's
about
gonna get in.
He's gonna get in.
Vasily
100%.
Yeah, and this is why I repeatedly criticize the people that are involved with voting for the International Boxing Hall of Fame, because in a good number of cases it's more about who they like instead of the actual resume that the fighter has.
100%.
And this is like a clear example of, like someone put out the message about Vernon Forrest and the wins that he has that run circles over the resume that Gennady Golovkin has, but likely Forrest isn't.
Forrest is a Hall of Famer to me.
Well, I mean, I feel like he has a better case than Gennady Golovkin does. Much better case, actually. Actually, much
I haven't
better
looked
case.
at it because I don't think either guy's a Hall of Famer.
Oh,
You talking about Vernon Forrest?
yeah.
Yeah,
Talking
I
about
don't think
Vernon
either guy's a Hall
I
of
Forrest.
think the Hall of
Famer.
Famer either. I think the Hall of Famer either.
But yeah, he ain't gonna get first ballot. But Golovkin definitely should be your first ballot. Like the way that Matt thinks about Vasily Lomachenko in reference to his resume, I say the same thing about Gennady Golovkin.
Now, question I have for you guys is, should name notoriety be considered in the Hall of Fame?
You
No,
mean the
Yeah.
fame part?
The fame part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because to be
But-
fair, like to be fair, right? If that, because me, I wouldn't look at it like that. I would say probably not, right? But if you're saying that, I mean, then Triple G has a case.
yeah, but that's the thing though. The fame part has been what got some of these fighters
course.
in.
But should it? But that what I'm asking is, should it be considered? Do you think that should be a thing that they weigh in? Because it is. There are guys that are famous in a sport. There are household names
Right.
that you're like, okay, he's not going to make.
But
the Hall of Fame.
some people say it's the Hall of Fame, not the Hall of pretty good or very good. You know.
I got you.
But the thing about it is that, like as I said, there's some cases where there are people that are in the Hall of Fame that you would be like, who like their actual resume and what they did doesn't really, constitute as such. So, I mean, I'll just say that if Golovkin gets in as a first ballot, I would not be surprised. But that's given who some of the people I know that vote in the Hall of Fame. So
I got guarantee he's getting it. That's guaranteed. That's a guarantee.
Yeah, well, if he gets in, you're gonna see a rant from me right when they.
Well, he's gonna get in.
He's gonna eventually get in. But if it's first ballot, ooh.
You talking about Golovkin?
Yeah, he's first
No,
ballot.
he's getting in right away.
He
Right
is.
away, he's getting in.
See, and that's why I say that's why I wouldn't be surprised if that happens.
Is it because he should get in, or because of who's voting for him to get in?
No, it's because it was voting.
It's because of who's voting.
Yeah, it's just, but also too, it's like I said, they're gonna try to get a guy that's like relevant. Like that's also another thing with it. It's like they're just trying to get a guy
because they need to draw people to the actual event and the ceremony.
And I don't like that. I don't like that.
Well, no, and that's the part I don't like either, is that they don't have any sort of requirements for making the Hall of Fame. It's just this amount get in every year.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Matt, question. If you were to pick this Hall of Fame class of the list, the names we have here, who are you picking?
I would go with Genaro Hernandez,
Okay.
Mikey Garcia,
Okay.
Pong Song Klek, Wang Jungkam.
What was that again?
Pong Song Klek, Wang Jungkam.
Oh, wow. Is that 4 people?
Israel Vasquez is probably a Hall of Fame too.
He said, "Oh wow."
Is that 4 people? Oh man.
Yeah, what about Israel Vasquez?
I just said that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Ezra said, what about some of these names that are easier to say?
Antonio Tarver is probably a Hall of Famer too.
Yes.
Yeah,
If I said last year, I'm gonna say it this year. Yeah, Antonio Tarver's in.
Who do we think gets in this year?
Okay, here's a question from Lord. Name the 3 guys who should get in over Triple G.
Yeah, that's a great. That's what I was asking.
I just told you.
I'm trying to.
Well,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
for
you
Ezra.
said,
For
yeah.
Ezra,
I like I think Tarver. Tarver. I would have Tarver, Israel Vasquez, and Tarver, Israel Vasquez for sure. Trying to look going down the name. Some of these guys I don't know, so I'm gonna be honest with you. Maybe they had these great careers I'm just not familiar with.
Bro, Mikey Garcia has a better resume than Triple G.
Mike Garcia.
See?
Yeah, Mikey Garcia. Yeah, those are the 3.
Tarver, Mikey, Forrest. Those are my 3.
Are there
Vernon Forrest is not a Hall of Famer.
question? Are there wins? Like, say if you didn't have a great career, but you got like this one win, right? And a guy at his height, right? Like, let's say like is there wins that should get you in, basically, right? Like Tarver, I think he has a good career, but he knocked out Roy Jones, right? He knocked him off the top. That's a great all-time win. Should that get him in solely on that?
No.
No. It's not just that. No.
Oh, no. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying it's just not
because
for him. But I'm saying, are there wins like that?
Because here's the thing. Leon Spinks is not in the Hall of Fame. He beat Muhammad Ali.
Okay. All right. I'm not
Did you
asking
pick
you
5 or
if
4?
I'm sorry, what'd you say, Huey?
Oh, like how many in total?
4?
I can't hear you.
Did you pick 5 names or 4?
I picked 4.
I think he picked 8.
Who would be
one set in the middle?
No, I remember 4 names. I just couldn't remember if he gave a 5th
4.
one. So who would be your 5th name if they maxed out the ballot?
It's a good question. It's gonna be unpopular opinion. Darius Michael Chesky.
Hasn't he been on the list for a while?
Yeah,
he'll never get in.
Yeah.
Ezra, who were your 3 again?
Mikey, Israel Vasquez, and Tarver.
Okay.
And I honestly, if I'm going through, and Mikey, I said Mikey, my bad. And I think if I'm going through this, I do think that maybe Triple G does get in if it's 5.
It won't be 5. It's only 3.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Ezra,
3 for sure.
I mean,
it's 3 for sure, up to 5 if they get 80%.
Yeah, up
of
to
the
5. Yeah.
Yeah, so like I'm saying, if I had it at 5 though, I think I get Triple G in on this list.
Hey, Huey, could you send me the list?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a second here.
All right, cool.
There.
But I do, like I say, name wise.
Hey, Huey,
if you're including
see if
name
you can put
wise,
the list up on the screens for the people.
Okay, give me a second.
if you're doing name wise, Triple G belongs in. If we're considering the name value.
Yeah.
But okay, but another thing in my argument, Vernon Forrest, right? Like the notable part about his career is he beat Shea Mosley twice. Like
a second. Yeah, I'm gonna rejoin here real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think Vernon Forrest is a Hall of Famer.
I don't think so.
He has bigger wins than Triple G, though.
Yeah, the Shea Mosley. That's what I'm saying. Like Triple G with him is he never got the win. Like he never got like the signature win. It came down to the Canelo fight. Honestly, I think that if he would have kept fighting real guys after that, he probably could have got there. But he didn't. He chose to end his career, just kind of cashing in what DAZN was giving him.
Nothing stopped him from fighting Charlo.
That's what I'm saying. Like he should have won and fought Charlo. Honestly, he should have won and fought Charlo. Like he could have put it together, the pieces, but I guess it doesn't even matter. He's gonna get it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
We'll see if this works. I got a list here quick. I'm gonna add JBZ back to the stage.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of things, though, to be honest with you. Man. Oh, God.
Okay, so let me...
Good Lord.
Damn, you're gonna have to squint.
Yeah, it's a long list, so it's hard to get it into the right.
It's a long list, man.
I don't even see that
He
name.
said like
Matt, what name did you say again?
Darius Michael Chesky. It's towards the middle.
No.
Not
that one. The other one. What was the other name you said, Matt?
Where you said it was
Wong Jung-kam.
It's at the bottom. It's second to the last.
Oh, that's what he's saying?
Yeah. Pogsaklek Wanzumkum.
What are the odds that that's only two names?
Oh,
Very
man.
good, actually.
That's just the first and last. That's crazy.
But
Okay,
geez,
Ezra Hernandez.
That's what I'm saying. But that sounds like only two names.
Yeah, Hernandez is only one name. Like you get more than two after that from that, Matt.
Bro, that's like I thought you said like 5 people right there.
Oh man,
Don't be a jerk.
this is a lot of fighters, man.
J-Ro's disappointed in you, Ezra.
Bro's never heard. Ezra never heard of
Wong Jung-kam. Here you have.
All right, see,
he has one of the most iconic fights of all time. You're bugging.
Wong Jung-kam?
Yes.
Really?
He's like, oh, I didn't know that.
Wong Jung-kam. Down goes Wong Jung-kam.
Well, see, and with that, right, that goes to like something else that I don't necessarily like from the IBHOF voters is that they do kind of put fighters in because of fights or moments, because that's the thing that I get with
they should.
Well, that's what I just asked.
But it should be for the fight itself, not the fighter necessarily, to me. Because if you're gonna do that, like, yeah, you could have the Gotti Ward trilogy as part of like the Hall of Fame, but Arturo Gotti in the Hall of Fame?
That's what I've been saying. Okay, that's what I've been saying. They should have fights in the Hall of Fame. They should definitely have fights in the Hall of Fame. They're a Hall of Fame fight. Yeah. That is definitely a pathway they should go.
I mean, it's like you have like, fight of the year, but like some of these fights that have been fight of the year are like all-time great fights. So I wouldn't mind if they had like that included in the Hall of Fame, but like fighters that are involved in those fights but don't necessarily kind of like fit the criteria to be in the Hall of Fame. Nah, I don't.
That's what I'm saying. So like Buster Douglas stopping Tyson should be in the Hall of Fame. The moment itself.
Yeah, the moment. Yeah.
Exactly. 100%. I 100% agree with that. It's ridiculous.
Like, I mean, if you could have like, even though both fighters are in the Hall of Fame, like, Ali versus Foreman or Foreman versus Michael Moore, like those should be put in the Hall of Fame.
And that would generate more
buzz. You know what the concept sounds like? It sounds like our sponsor, NFLAllDay.com, where you can purchase moments for NFLAllDay.com. And make sure you tune in every Wednesday night for our NFL Picks show, the weekly slate presented by Brunch Boxing.
I'm killing it with those picks, too.
All right. JBZ, did you give your 3 to 5 picks for the Hall?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I gave the 3 that I would put over.
Triple G. Okay, just wanted to make. I couldn't remember if you gave your list while Matt and Ezra and you guys were all talking or not.
Yeah, Tarver, Forrest.
Before we close out the show here, JBZ, you got anything for the people to look forward to here over the weekend or next week?
Well, tomorrow for the podcast, I'm scheduled to have Lorenzo Truck Simpson on the show. I'm working on having Richard Comey on for an interview. So, trying to see if I could secure that before his bout that's supposed to be for October 18th at the
Yeah,
Barclays
find out
Center.
about that because I heard the fight is off.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I gotta, find more information about that because, like, I hadn't heard much about it over the past week. So I'm like, what's going on with it?
Let me ask you guys a question. Not on the Hall of Fame ballot that should be on the ballot.
Who's not on the ballot that should be on the ballot?
Yeah.
Ooh. Damn.
I don't know. Well, you got an example? You got someone you're thinking of?
Like, for me, how is Jose Luis Castillo not on the ballot?
Oh, that's a good one.
Well, yeah, because you could have Casamayor on the ballot at least, for an example.
You think Castillo would be on there? Yeah.
Yeah, you would think Castillo would be on there.
And obviously, somebody that's near and dear to the heart of my guy, Cliff Rose, Sumbu Kalimbe.
Oh yeah. I seen this post.
He's been pushing for him to get on the ballot for years.
Yeah. Yeah, I seen him post about that. So yeah, I don't see but again, that goes to who's there to put the fighters on the ballot and who kind of like votes these guys to either be in or not in. So
it's it's a popularity contest. I mean, let's be honest with it.
See,
it is what it is. But I do think moments,
guys, Jose Luis Castillo.
I do think moments.
Yeah, I got to see
a direction I would go with it. I think moments are a smart idea, and you could get guys over and again, like you got guys that are from again and again.
Because I'm thinking like some of these other Hall of Fames, you have something like that where they do have like moments that they put out there, but they do have it to a certain extent, but like the IBHOF is like in a small city and it's not, the museum itself is like not, that, large or whatever it is. So I don't know, man.
To be fair, like it's only like a year away from like Saudi buying the Hall of Fame. And hey, don't get too comfortable with the names in there right now. We will, in 5 years we'll have a whole new.
To be real, it's about a year away of that happening. So, goodness gracious, man. Yeah. Hey, if didn't Turkey get into the Las Vegas Hall of Fame or something?
Yeah, he did. I was there when they inducted him. They inducted him in LA.
He hasn't even promoted a card there yet.
Yeah, he inducted him in LA. I watched the whole thing. And I stood and took my hat off. I'll tell you that right now.
You showed respect?
I showed my respect to that man.
Oh man!
Before we leave here, I did watch Smashing Machine. If I had to give it a grade or a rating, I think it's a 3 out of 5. Maybe I should go if it was a 10. If it was out of 10, I'd probably give it like low 7, high 6 type of thing. I think The Rock's acting is pretty damn decent in it. Maybe this just propels him to more serious roles, but I did think the movie was a little slow paced. It's not what you're expecting at all. It's pretty slow paced, and I don't know. It's really just about a relationship more than anything else. I'm not really. I wouldn't even necessarily say it's 100% about this guy's career, but that's just I wanted to get my movie review in.
And what do you got for the people to look forward to this week, Ezra?
I promise nothing, but let's hope I deliver something this week. I gotta be honest. You know what, Matt? Can we do like a midweek show or something? We need to up the ante a little bit, the energy. It's not boxing. Look, boxing not doing its favors. Boxing is not doing us. It's helping us out here. We are really creating this content.
So you're gonna do a midweek show? Is this gonna be before or after the midweek report?
What do we just combine forces?
Do a simulcast?
Let's do a simulcast. I love it.
Yeah, we'll see if we can do a simulcast. Let's see if
I love it. It's been a while.
I like that too because that means Jay Beezy gets to produce it.
I love it. Yeah. We haven't done a simulcast in forever. I'll be there for Jay Beezy, even if Matt doesn't show up.
Hold on. Since Ezra's giving his review for the Smashing Machine, something else came out this past weekend that I would like to review.
Okay.
Taylor Swift dropped a new album.
I knew it.
Okay.
Is it good, Matt? What's the word?
Call the watch the show, girl. Okay. And I gotta say, I love Taylor Swift. She's my girl. I love T Swizzle.
Uh-oh.
It's not good.
Oh, no. Did she finally lose it? Is it over?
You know, I think she lost it after Red. I feel like the more that she has that she's collaborated with Jack Antonoff, the worse her music has got.
That's
Like
interesting.
it almost sounds like Lana Del Rey.
Can I put blame on something else?
No,
she's in a good relationship right now.
no. She wasn't in a good relationship because she wasn't in a
Only
good
make good
relationship
music when
for
she
those
has
other
heartbreak,
albums.
Ezra.
No one's. I'll be honest with you. No one's good if they're not in heartbreak. Like you understand, pain leads to art, right? When the world is doing bad, that's when we get our best art. When the country art, like in the U.S., right? When the country is at turmoil, we get good stuff comes out, good music, good movies, good everything. Taylor Swift's happy. Like, what is she to be down about, right? So, what the hell does she have to sing about? That's the honest truth. When I come in here, right, and I give you just like the most amazing content, let me tell you something. That's a sign that things are not good at home. When I'm giving you my best stuff, you know that outside that door, there's trouble afoot, right? That's what you know when I'm giving my best stuff.
So that's why we have over 2-hour shows, so that we make sure that the days are shorter for EzRaw once he steps out the door.
This right here is the peace and calm that I need. When I walk out of there, it's going to be hectic, but that's why I can give you great stuff. Taylor Swift's problem is that she's too happy right now. Things are going too well.
There are some gems on the album that you can listen to.
How many songs?
Like 12 songs.
Oh wow,
short album.
Yeah, short album.
Yeah, the album's only 41 minutes.
There was a point where Kanye was just releasing like 6-song albums.
41 minutes. Ghostface album was longer than that.
Right.
Is this her worst album?
Ooh, great question.
No.
Actually, Matt, finish the show. Matt, finish the show.
What? Y'all don't want to hear my T-Swizzle analysis?
No, I like it.
I told you I was going to walk off the show if you did this. I did. I thought you were going to be done by the time I got back.
So here's the thing, right? Was not a fan of her last album.
Okay.
I wasn't a big fan of Midnights.
Okay.
Not a big fan of Reputation.
Okay. Well, it seems like a lot of albums.
I do like Folklore.
All right.
It's decent.
Okay.
To me, Taylor Swift's last classic album, last great album, was Red.
How many years ago was that?
Yeah.
2012.
Jesus. Wow. Has she been this bad for this long?
Yeah.
She's kind of like Canelo Alvarez.
Just skating along on Reputation.
And support the product just as strongly, too, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I think that's how we should end it.
The Taylor Swift of boxing, Matt.
Okay, question. Is Taylor Swift closer to her prime or is Beyonce?
Beyonce, 100%.
That's not even close.
Wow. That's
Beyonce
crazy.
has released great albums across multiple genres.
Now, do we think that that's a sign of Beyonce and Jay-Z's marriage? Do we think that that's something to say about Jay-Z and Beyonce's marriage?
No.
Okay.
What you have to understand is Beyonce is an all-time great.
What's Taylor Swift?
Great.
She's Canelo Alvarez.
Wow.
Oh my God. So wait. So Beyonce is Terrence Crawford and Swift.
No. Beyonce got more hits than Terrence Crawford. Beyonce is like Floyd Mayweather.
Okay.
Oh, hell no.
And Taylor Swift is Canelo Alvarez.
She is nowhere near TBE. Come on, man. What are we doing?
Yo, this show goes off the rails when it gets past 2 hours.
I think it just starts getting a sweet spot. I got to be honest with you. I think it just starts getting a sweet spot.
We had 1,200 people listening to you guys talk about ice cream.
Oh, that was a good show. I'll just say this though. Oh, so that I'm surprised by that. Are you gonna go watch her movie that's in theaters right now?
No.
Okay. What are you laughing at? You've seen her in concert before. Listen to every album apparently, but that's a ridiculous question. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
it's a ridiculous question. I'm not obsessed with her.
Could have fooled me in the past few years. I'll just say this. Like I said, you gave your review for that. I think at the end of every show, we should have a review for something every week. I gave my review for Smash Machine 7 out of 10, low 7 out of 10, and you gave yours for.
So it's like a C minus, D plus. If you were giving it a letter grade,
It's like a C. It's in the C range, C plus. Like I said, The Rock's acting, it's pretty damn decent. It's pretty good. It's better than anything I thought he could act. It's just the way they shot the movie. It's just some interesting choices. It's very, very slow pace. You got to be patient with that movie. It's honestly
if you want to see a good movie that just came out, watch Play Dirty with Mark Wahlberg.
I got to be honest with you. Mark Wahlberg doesn't have any misses. He doesn't have that many great performances, but he doesn't have a lot of misses. Like it's usually decent. They're usually okay.
He might be the Canelo Alvarez of movies because he knows how to pick his opponents. He knows how to pick a good script.
Oh, really? Wow. I would say that he's more. I'm trying to think of because he's not a great. He's never a great, but he just kind of consistent for a lot of years. He's consistent for a lot. No, he's not great. He's not great. He was consistent for a lot of years though. I'm just trying to think of whose career that is. Maybe like a novel.
What's your grade of the Taylor Swift album before we get out of here?
I would give it about a 5 out of 10.
Oh wow, it's a fail. That's a failing grade. Wait, hold on. Is that average or is that failing? If we're going on
average.
Percentage? Okay. I just wanted to know what scale we were using.
No, that's not average. I'm sorry.
No. He's saying it's like on a scale of 1 to 10, it's in the middle.
Yeah.
He's not saying like it's 50% out of 10.
Gotcha.
That's why I was clarifying.
Man, Taylor Swift, what a fall off. I had no idea it's been this bad for this long.
But Matt, what do you got for the people this week before you sign us off for the day?
I'm probably gonna do another review of Taylor Swift's album after listen to it again. I'm gonna listen to it again. I'm gonna go
on a Twitter space. On a Twitter space, though.
I'm gonna go track by track. I'm gonna go track by track. I have some articles dropping on the Brunch Boxing website, and that's about it. Might have another interview coming up.
When are you gonna do that space with the Taylor Swift? I'll listen to the album and I'll write a review, song but track by track as well.
Let's aim for Sunday night.
All right, fair. I gotta listen to tonight.
You know we have Sunday Night Football, right?
Who's playing?
What's the game?
The Rams already lost, so I don't care about this week.
Who's playing?
Who is it? Let's see.
I know it's the Bills. Who they playing?
Oh, if it's a Bills, it's a blow against the Patriots.
It's New England at Buffalo.
So we could beat them.
Hey, listen. Not only are we doing a review, we're having trivia Sunday nights also.
I love it. All right.
But this has been another edition of Brunch Boxing. He is our host, EzRaw Boxing. He is our producer, Huey P. Shout out to the Mexican Al Heyman Mike. Thank you to the Boxing Source. Thank you to Ashaki Foster. Thank you to PBC for putting it together. Thank you to all the fans that tuned in. I am Matt. We are Brunch Boxing. We are out.